Hello, everyone, and welcome to this is the Random Talk podcast for December 21st, 2018. I am Remix Plum, aka Branden Plumley, here for Branden Plumley Television. First time ever that I am doing this stream live on Google Plus Hangout on air. This is my first and only stream of 2018 here on YouTube, and haven't used Hangout on air since the last time I've used it. Anyway, guys, yeah, we have some things we're going to go over today on this fine show. And before we begin the show, I have one guest with me at this time, and we're going to have a bunch of others come in later just to kind of do the show and just, do things, just to do the show in a proper way in a term. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome. Joining us on Google Plus Hangout is the Crazy Punch himself, Luke Jeffers.
Hello, guys. Yes, I'm writing a post on my not only my group but also on a thing that 25 days of Christmas that posted on the chat room on Google Plus Hangouts. Yes, everybody. I'm still gonna let you know that I'm officially want to let you know that it's also gonna be officially a launch day of the marathon coming this Tuesday. Just want to let you know, guys.
Thank you, Luke. And so, yeah, guys, again, to make sure I mute my phone because I have Spotify on here. I'll accidentally play a song, but yeah, guys. So, how you guys doing on this Friday? And of course, I got the time for you guys. So that way, you guys can, keep track of the time. Now, by the way, this is Eastern time, so if you're watching us, say, in the Pacific Coast or whatnot, or Denver time, or wherever you are, it may not be that time in your area, but this is the Eastern time zone that I am doing this show live. So if it's, like I said, 2:51 p.m. doesn't mean it's 2:51. It might be 12. I believe I don't really know about the California time zone, but so again, this is 2:51. So like I said, that's Eastern Standard Time, and doesn't affect the one that happens, wherever you live. So again, we're doing this in the eastern part of the zone. So you may be watching it, especially in my home state of Texas. In the Dallas area, my hometown. It's probably about 1:51 a.m. 1:51 p.m. At that particular point. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, and so I want to let you guys know what's going on today and why I'm doing this show today. Well, as you guys know, Vault Weekly just wrapped up an amazing episode that me and Luke did, and Chris Kennedy too. Although it could have been better because I wanted to do a segment to where I want to, do a little bit of a podcast flavor, if you will, of our new show coming. And I feel disappointed in a way, but that would be on a future episode of Vault Weekly. With my friend Chris Kennedy, because I'm gonna ask him to, because I want to ask him to join me again, for the episode of Wild Weekly, because I think it would be feel fit for him to stop by and for him to because I really want to do this, everybody. So it's something that I want to do for my show. But overall, Vault Weekly number 99, it was really, really cool. It was a great episode. I put all my energy into the show, and I just want to say I just can't say thank you guys enough so much, for watching that episode. And it's a huge honor for me. I know Luke is a huge honor for him, to really do this show. And I don't know why I got the chat room open, but like I said, guys, in the chat room, do keep it PG because, like I said, if you do something that you're not supposed to do on the chat, then you're gonna be banned from the chat room. Because like I said, I normally don't have that, because whenever I do VOD weekly, the chat room is permanently disabled, because that way we can avoid, all the punts and all the trolls off of my channel as soon as possible.
Good enough.
Because me and Luke do not tolerate, bad behavior on the chat room, like,
Good
like,
enough.
you suck. I'm like, dude, you need to lose weight, and your voice sounds so awkward. I'm not gonna say. Well, that's all right, because God created me, and God created you a bunch of punts. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
So, and that's just how I see fit, everybody. And if you don't like, and like I said, if you don't like, this show, or if you don't like anything about it, then why don't you, do it to somebody else, but don't do it on me or the channel, because I have no time for your garbage, and I certainly don't have time to put up with your crap. So like I said,
Agreed.
like I said, keep the chat room PG. Keep the chat room comfy for everybody. So I'll allow it and on the stream. So, but anyway, guys. So we're gonna go over some things here today. It is 2:55 right now, and so anyway, Luke, you didn't have a show this week, so. Is there anything you want to go over on the Random Talk podcast for the 21st of? Oh, by the way, before I get to you, Luke, today is a birthday that actually lives here. She lives downstairs next to me. She is 14. She's now 14 years old. She's not in school. She needs to be in school, but she's not in school. So I want to wish her a 14th happy birthday to Madison. And so there you guys go.
Something.
So anyway, happy birthday to her. And she turns 14 today. And so she's in her teen spirit and all that other stuff. So now, Luke, let's go over to you. And so, Luke, without further ado, go ahead and talk about what you want to share with us for the Random Talk podcast for the 21st. Again, this is not a permanent show. It's just something extra and for fun until when Vlog Weekly comes out or comes back in January 2019 with the 100th show. So, Luke, if you would, have the honors.
But first, I have to screen share this post because I have some sad news to report.
All right.
It has to do with Dr. Seuss.
Oh, yeah.
Audrey Gossel passed away 2 days ago. She was 97 years old.
And I just heard that.
And
heard about it.
She was Dr. Seuss's will. She was a founder of Dr. Seuss's Enterprises, and she was passed away. At first, she was not say things like asking permission from Ron Howard and Brian Gosser, who did the Grinch at the time, who said, "Oh no, don't show that, please, thank you." Anyway. She did the Grinch in 2018, an executive producer. Lorax, executive producer. Horn Here's a Who, which is the worst movie, which I never heard of, as executive producer again. Daisy Head, Maisie, the last one from the Dr. Seuss, as a co-executive producer from 95, year I was born. In Search of Dr. Seuss, as a special thanks in the credits. And especially because it's document acknowledgement and National Archive Management will provide by. Then we got to Unsung Marshals, a director's tribute in the video documentary short and special thanks credit in 2007, the year I founded the company. As herself in the Grinch, Dr. Susan the Grinch, who veiled to Hollywood in 2006. This is a video short by as herself. In 2001, she did How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Susan set direction. He did what she did The Grinch Stole Christmas, which I write my book off about it. It's, by the way, based off of the Dr. Seuss How The Grinch Stole Christmas by Jim Carrey. He's hilarious, by the way. She also did an awfully big adventure, which Dr. Seuss is in a TV series documentary, by the way. And The Grinch Stole Christmas documentary on the TV short in 1994. She has 2 daughters with her first husband, Gray. She divorced him to marry Dr. Seuss, my favorite childhood author at the time.
Mine too.
And Audrey Garth was born August 14th, 1921 in the USA. Yeah, same year as my grandmother, Jeffers. As Audrey Stone. She was a producer known for Rolex, 2012. I had Brain Mufflers in the time. Horn Hears a Who, 2008. Which, by the way, she did not want any more live action movies from Dr. Seuss. You know, which I love the most.
And Luke, speaking of which, you can get those Dr. Seuss books as a Kindle form, if you're willing, to use a Kindle. Oh, I'm pretty sure they're on iBooks for when you get a new iPad Pro.
But I think Dr. Seuss is a greatest thing, And Daisy had, And by the way, what about iBooks? Because
I said iBooks.
Oh, iBooks. Okay, that's fine.
I think they're calling it just books now instead of iBooks. I mean.
Really?
Well, I mean. Well, that's the same thing to what Amazon did with the Fire tablets. They renamed it to books from Kindle, but it's still the same thing. It's just they changed the name to books, obviously.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, I may not like the change, but it still does what it does best, and that's reading books that you buy on the Kindle store.
Yeah. And Daisy had Maisie, the year I was born, 95. That was Dr. Seuss' last short. And she was married to Dr. Seuss and Gray Diamond. She died on December 19th, 2018 at La Jolla, California, USA. Did you see the bio? Seen here. I don't know what it came from with the 2 children, but we'll see what happens. Dr. Seuss passed away September 24th, 1991. Same year Freddie Mercury died. Then he married her, August 6th, 1968. Period. Was highly disappointed in The Cat in the Hat in 2003, which I've seen. I loved the movie. I came out to see it in theaters. It was awesome. And the result refused to allow any more live action films that are made to her husband's books. My favorite. I love it. Why, Audrey? Why? She has 2 daughters with her first husband, Gray. Divorced him to marry Dr. Seuss. But, how stupid are you on getting rid of the live action films that are made to Dr. Seuss books? I love those. Why? The Jim Carrey version is awesome. The Cat and Hat one is awesome, but they think it was the worst movie ever. Why? But anyway, let's continue on. Rest in peace, Audrey. You'll be dearly missed, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is going to be about Vimeo. Oh, come on, really? I'm just opening up Vimeo, and all of a sudden you close out Vimeo all of a sudden? Wow. That's no fun! Seriously! Who made this crap?
And, Luke, and not to mention, I have updated some new things on my Twitch channel. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, because, we met Plum version 2.0. I mean, it's here. And I'm changing up some things a bit, from the new power-up screen to off the air and Like, yeah, We Met Plum 2.0 is the biggest thing there
Hmm.
is.
Oh, and so excited to tell you this, but before we get to our big day, Christmas Day, which is launch day, I got some exciting things to tell you.
Yeah, which is about 4 days away.
722 videos here on Vimeo. I now have all some of my main channel videos on Vimeo, and some of my main channel videos were not on my Vimeo account. Most of my Fridays Legit 25 are still there, except for episode 18, episode 70 plus. I can't remember what it was, but whatever, and so forth. I did react to episode 72, episode 84. It may have rap music, which is I'm not going to show you, which is copyrighted bull crap,
Yeah,
which I don't
and
like.
and
And
like,
some hip
well,
hop, you know.
well, yeah. But anyway, Luke, somebody wished you a Merry Christmas on your group.
Oh, what is it? Okay, Oh, it's Miss Gamba. I saw it when I came home. You know.
Yeah, that's nice of her.
Yeah, if you watch Miss Gamba, you know how much I miss talking to you, how much I want to talk to you. Yeah, stuff like that. You know.
And like I said, you're always gonna be in her heart. Even if she's
Yeah,
not at the school anymore that you used to go to,
I graduated from
and
high
and
school.
and even though if she's not there, I know you
Yeah,
should be in your heart.
she would be my
Because
heart. Yeah, she was a
she's really had a
she would be
big
my heart.
influence
Yeah.
on you.
She
Well,
made me graduate high school, and she was originally born in the Philippines, so that was good. She moved to Savannah in 2007. So there you go.
I just wanted to say that, Luke, because missing somebody is well, I mean, for her to influence, you having a big influence on her. I mean, she's one of the reasons why you're doing all of this, still to this day, and she has a big influence on you, and you have a big influence on her too.
Yeah, she came to the Philippines, moved to Savannah. She has a big family in the Philippines, and I did have to respect her in by any means, and she
Yeah.
influenced my work, you know, and heavy metal genres, etc., which I won't show you because of copyright. I will show you this in another video, which is LHPM related stuff, but not on this remix Plum thing. No, but yeah.
And like I said, there's new movies that are out today, and including Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah, it's already out last Wednesday, which I already know. I remember seeing Fears after I watched the first one, Mary Poppins, which I'd not seen, you know?
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, Luke, it already has a certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, really?
Now, here's a movie that I want to get on Amazon Prime Video, and that's called G-Force, which is a 2009 movie from Disney.
Oh,
And
I've never seen
I actually
G-Force in my
liked the
life.
movie. Well, I actually liked the movie because it had Nicolas Cage in it. I don't remember who played each of the characters, but I actually seen the movie, and
Oh, I
they don't
saw it.
they don't show the movie as much as they used to, but that was
Yeah.
a cool movie. Oh, and like I said, look, I have a topic too that I want to go over when you get done, because I am freaking excited about Earth Day 2019 for
Yeah,
a
same here with me,
particular
especially
movie.
my Earth Day 2019. Yeah, especially for my nephew's ninth birthday, which is the same day as Earth Day 2019.
Well, like I said, I have a topic, and like I said, guys, this is not Vlog Weekly, so don't expect this to be Vlog Weekly. Though the reason why I'm doing this today and why I was considering about doing this today, because, well, I still love pop culture, and I still want to give you guys, I still want to let you guys know about what's going on in case if because Wild Weekly won't be on again until 2019. With the 100th show, and that means we gotta go over our very own moments and a special top 10 as well. And by the way, guys, all new Tater Pit Live is tomorrow, and it's gonna be me, Chris, and Luke. I don't know if it's going to be the final episode of Tater Pit Live for this year. but I'll let you guys know if it is or not. And of course, Luke's gonna. Well, I think I already know what's gonna be the episode title for episode 113. So, but anyway, guys, yeah. So I'll have my topics too. So anyway, Luke, go ahead and continue and continue on with your stuff.
Anyway, after all that is over, I already have my LukeJ's25 content, but not all my eligible content to be uploaded here on Vimeo. However, though, I did manage to upload not one, not two, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Hold on, let me reverse this. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I hear dogs barking outside.
8,
either
9,
outside
10,
or
11,
downstairs.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
at least 30 or
25,
40.
26, 27, 28 videos
28, okay.
yesterday.
Well, I was overbid. And the actual retail price of Luke's videos, you just went over. I'm sorry, but we have to avoid you are not winning anything on the Price is Right. Help control the Hangouts population. Have your friends sprayed or neutered. I'm Remix Plum. See you and so on. Okay, back to the show.
Anyway, let's continue on. And then after the 722 videos, I already have 28 uploads yesterday. So, what I managed to do is upload the reruns of the new uploads. I'm going to show you them now. I'm not going to repeat them all, like I said, to my main channel videos. I did manage to say I'm not going to show you the LJP CPM content, which is a no-no. What I managed to do, however, is to show you my main channel videos, which is a good thing. But, however, I did manage to say I found some uploads by me, which is good news. But there you go on that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But, you know, that's just me. But, of course, I have searched every upload for me, and I already found all 1,399 uploads out of 1,522 videos I have counted existed in my main channel videos. But, oh yeah, I forgot to put from instead of for, duh! But anyway, I'm going to search out what's best for my main channel videos, and instead, Christmas time is already almost here, and I'm already searched, like, how many videos? I already have one episode from the Hangouts on Air episode, and that's basically it. So, what I managed to do is upload that to Vimeo, and then that will be my 723rd upload on Vimeo. So, there you go. That's not going to happen right now, but that'll be the case, because I did a rant video on one of Owen's live streams one time, and he said to someone saying that you gotta talk to them, you guys basically and I'm not gonna say the N word in the stream, but that's not the point. The point is that we'll talk about.
We gotta keep it family friendly.
Yep, but we're gonna talk about it in that video seen here. Anyways, well, I'm gonna upload this after we get done with the topics, but for now, I'm gonna show you this entire video, not the entire video all the way through, but this rant video. And yes, Andrew Harmon, not Andrew Hawking, was the guest at the time. It was episode 1, and I was in it, so it was 29 minutes long. That was way before Friday's Blue Jays 25 episode. I can't remember what episode it's called, episode number, but yeah, that was from what day? Let me see.
And Luke, I want to let you know that Andrew will not be on for Put Live tomorrow because he's going to be at work. So, and he wants you, and like I said, he wants you to pick an odd number. So we gotta apply to that. So,
Hi,
Andrew, I just want to say, Andrew, sorry, Luke. Best of luck to you. And like I said, even if you don't win, Andrew, like I said, this is how the game goes. And like I said, you know, this is a great opportunity for the game show. So I wanted to let you know, Luke, that Andrew will not be on tomorrow for the show, but you picked numbers for him, and should he win, Luke, then you would pick the number.
That's good. I'll
Because I
pick
think
even numbers. That's good.
yeah, because what I'll do, whoever becomes the new champion, or whoever becomes the assistant champion, be a 2-day champion like we had with Ashley, then I'm gonna let Chris pick the number between 1 to 5 to
Oh,
win the
really?
grand prize of 100 grand.
There we go.
Sounds fair to you, Luke?
That sounds to me. Yeah. It was March 15th, 2018. That's good. And it was about, I can't remember what episode it's called, but in my standards, we have to go back and figure out what episode. This is from season 4 episode. And let's see what episode we are. Season 4 episode. Oh, Larry did. It was from Larry, Let me see. Season 4 episode to be announced. I can't remember what it's called. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. This is a St. Patty's Day episode. This is from episode 192. There we go. I got it now. Anyway, back to the whole thing. Now, what I've standards, we got this out of the way. Back to the whole story. Anyway, before episode 192 started, it was probably the late Stephen Hawking passed away. I talked about this in the episode, but then I said about and then Larry and Levon suddenly came to this live stream hosted by me, and they said to me, "Why did they not do this?" Oh, speaking of which, Jay, how you doing, buddy? But anyway, moving on. That's
kindergarten cop. Oh my god.
We got one person left. Never mind. What happened? I love kindergarten cop.
Will Arnold Schwarzenegger's character said, "Shut up."
It's so funny, man.
To all the kindergartners.
It was so hilarious.
I mean, it's like, do these kindergartners know what "shut up" even means? I don't think so.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so hilarious. I'm sorry, but it's my opinion.
And hey Jay, how you doing? And again, keep it PG, my friend. How you doing?
Yeah, one of my friends, JRV Enterprise from YouTube, and
well, because I'm just letting everybody know, in the chat room to keep it comfy and keep it PG. Just like if you were on the chat room on Plum Television on my channel, then I have those simple rules to where I
have those simple rules.
Keep it PG, and B, keep it comfy.
Agreed. The same way it happened.
Simple.
Yeah, and yes, I have some friends of mine say, for example, Owen and things like that, and Mario too. They even do like some, for example, not defend you by means, but sometimes PG or being comfy. Comfy makes sense, but PG doesn't offend Owen.
Well, because I just don't want it to get out of hand, because if you remember the episode, Luke, episode 82 of Take Your Bit Live.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean,
I don't need to go over that, so I'm sorry.
Oh, well, okay, well, it was a great show, okay? It was a great episode until we had that, that thing at the end where I got trolled by somebody, and then I put the ban hammer, and he's been banned from my YouTube channel.
Yeah, good. And JRV Enterprise,
because like I said, if it happens, then like I said, you don't get an auto timeout, you get an auto ban, because if you think I'm kidding, guys, I am absolutely not. Because again, I don't usually have the live chat open because of the pathetic trolls on the universe. But I just want to be safe from YouTube, because YouTube is still the dangerous place for them to really, do a drive-by and then just say something nasty and stuff, and then they leave. I mean, I don't think they're human beings. I think they're just some punk, who probably 5, 8 years old saying those nasty things. Who knows? Because they're probably not educated and they're probably not, anything out of the ordinary.
Good. And I don't want to hear that because they're not.
Well, no, me neither.
And Jay knows this because
Well,
Owen
I'm
and
glad he does.
so many others sometimes cuss. Sometimes some of my friends do not cuss.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Jay, I just want to say sorry, Lou, but yeah, Jay, yeah, I welcome you, Jay, to the chat room, and thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I admire everybody to watch this stream today. So, thank you guys who is tuning in today, because again, only 4 more days to Christmas, which is on a Tuesday.
Which, by the way, he's part of Springcast, which is
okay. Well, hey, that's good, because I know that you're part of Springcast too, Luke.
Yeah, he asked me to produce Springcast, and I said, sure, why the hey not? So I figured I credited Springcast as produced by and gave him special thanks. So I figured, why the hey not bring Owen in the lineup? So as production assistants, including you, Brett, Billy, which I'm no longer bringing Billy in the lineup, Marshall, Kane, Steven, and so many others, including Len, aka Kitchen Time LV, as a production assistant, which I taught. I didn't mention any names. Sometimes I mention any names in the production assistant. Sometimes I don't. But I did, however.
Well, and Luke,
did all the time.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Luke. I'm sorry.
But I
don't need to butt in.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, but I did mention all the time.
Well, I was just gonna say. I mean, I know this must be a painful decision, and I know it's a very difficult decision on whether to keep Billy on, in the end credits, so for him to help out, and for him to be alone in the project. But it's probably not those reasons why you probably wanted to get rid of him, because and I know I've been Billy bashing every time that I do a stream, either this stream, which I've done today, but I really don't like doing a Billy bash because it really, takes the viewership down a bit. But it's just, we're still going to have this issue to where Billy talks and doesn't let any of us go over all topics, and then get interrupted at the last second, and yada, yada, yada. And I don't want to get into the whole Billy bashing. I mean, I'm not here to Billy bash, and that's not
right.
And that's something I'm not going to do. I don't like the Billy bash.
Me either. It's just stupid. Hey, but that's just me.
I know what you mean, Luke. And again, this is a very tough decision.
I mean, I did before, and I don't do this anymore. I mean, hey, I want to bring back Marshall next year, but that's a good news. But the bad news is that when it's gonna happen next between me and Marshall next year. I'm not gonna be gay for one point, but it's just I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore. It's all over now, so that's good news.
Well, someone just celebrated a anniversary today.
Who?
Sir Elton John and Sir David Furnish.
Happy anniversary of Sir Elton John and Sir David Furnish.
Yep, David Furnish, because I think the two were gay, and I think they loved each other back in 95, 96.
I was born, or I was born when they came.
I don't actually remember. Well, I actually don't remember, but
either 94, whatever. I can't remember.
Well, yeah, it's probably between 94 to 97, and I was in my home state, so
yeah,
I didn't know that actually happened until I actually listened to his music. So
yeah, my mom was either pregnant with me, or I was only 2 when my mom was pregnant with my brother Morgan when this happened.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yep.
But anyway, let's continue. I was in the live stream while Owen told me, when Owen said to me, Owen said to this friend, sign up, blah, 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 and I have to do this right. So here goes this video. Take a look.
This picture is doing a far speaking. Welcome to the season series premiere of Lucas doing a far. We'll hang out while they're live stream.
And sorry we didn't see that because sadly you saw me in the deep robot voice, you know?
Yeah.
Because I may have to do a ring on Owen's part of live stream because I said that because parts of it was true, parts of it was not true because I was silent with that part, you know? And that was the reason why I talk about it, you know?
Yeah,
However,
and it was probably under your skin too.
Yeah, all was, but however, forgive my apology because that happened in March of this year, which is probably a good thing or a bad thing, but Owen was a good guy, nonetheless. But you know, he did have asked me permission to react to some rap videos, and I already did react to one of a video, which is called well, two other things because there were longer bloopers related, like TTS, something like that. And I did react to some rap videos, and which is just stupid nowadays. I don't enjoy rap.
Well, you know, Luke. Well, you know, Luke. From what I can tell on IGN, I'm sorry, but I just want to say, why in the blue heck is IGN giving Christopher Robin one of the worst movies that. Yeah, because I was looking at the 2018 movie and review, and they have not put Christopher Robin on top of the good list this year. Now they're considering it to be the worst movie of 2018. Well, for me, I don't think it's the worst film because, again, Teen Titans Go deserves that honor. Even though, you know, but like I said, but hide that plus. But what I'm saying is, I think Christopher Robin is still a good movie. I think it has a charm. I really, and like I said, I reviewed this on Vlog Weekly. If you know, like I said, if you want to hear that review, see that review, check it out on the previous episodes of Vlog Weekly. You know, where I talked about it. And you know, I really don't hate the movie. I loved it. I freaking loved this movie. I liked Eeyore in it. I think Brad Garrett was funny. And I think Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and all these characters that you know and love from the 100 Acre Wood, you know, they came back to life. You know, and whole CGI animated, you know, CGI in a live action. And this movie really, I'm telling you, I love this movie. And for IGN to give it the worst movie of 2018, that kind of hurts my feelings in a way because I go on IGN every time to look up a game review, you know, look up a review of a video game that they're given, and I usually get my gaming news right on IGN, and I know everybody's gonna put it in the worst movie list, but for me, definitely not gonna be. It's definitely not gonna be in my worst movie of 2018 because
same here.
It's definitely a big highlight of 2018 for me because 2018 had great movies. You had Incredibles 2. You had, you know, Web Waits the Internet. You had, you know, Christopher Robin. You know, you had Ready Player One. You had all these great movies, and yet everybody thinks that Teen Titans Go to the Movies is better than Christopher Robin. Well, that's your guys' opinion, and that's fine. But for me, Christopher Robin is, though, it's just, I'm telling you, Disney has the charm. They never lose their charm for when they make a movie like this. And I love this movie. And on Wikipedia, the Cinema Score on a weighting scale between A+ to F, Cinema Score give the movie a solid A. and I have to agree with that. I think it's a solid rating of A between A to F. Giving it an A. I think that's reasonable, and I think that's an acceptable rating, because even if it would have gotten a B, I probably would be happy. But for the film getting an A from Cinema School, you know that this movie does not suck. Okay, many of them may say it sucks, but for me, as a Disney fan and loving Winnie the Pooh, I think this movie is awesome, and I think people need to understand that this movie has the charm. It has everything you can ever imagine in a movie like this, and that's all I gotta say. All right, because putting that in the worst 2018, putting it in the worst movies list, that kind of hurts my feelings in a way, because this movie is, I'm telling you, neither me or Luke are going to put this film in our worst movie review, worst movie of 2018. It's definitely in. It's definitely in the best for me. Not the worst. It's not the worst movie, and I understand of what IGN's doing about this, but I'm just saying, for the point that I'm a movie lover and I love Winnie the Pooh, and Winnie is such an awesome character in this movie. He has that heart, and and that Evan guy who plays the main character, I think he did really good. I think this movie has the charm. It has that, and it never loses that Disney touch. And people think that Disney has lost their touch with the movies this year. Well, my answer is no. They haven't lost one. They have not lost one single bit of their touch. Now you can sit here. Now, like I said, if I'm going to sit here and tell you guys this whole nonsense about Disney losing its touch, well, it's all right for you guys, but for me, I think, in my humble opinion, I don't think they have lost one bit of the touch, because Well Breaks the Internet is the #1 movie. Well, it used to be #1. Now it's no longer the #1 movie in America. But when it debuted, it was the #1 movie, and you got to thank Disney for it, because Disney had a great year this year with The Incredibles 2. Christopher Robin, which I don't think is one of the worst movies, because heck, even Jerome would tell you that he gave this film a 4 out of 5 or 4.5 out of 5. And if you want to see that review, check out Flicks with the Dicks. And Jerome, I'm glad you like this movie a lot, because I like this movie too. And for Jerome giving Teen Titans Go the movies an F, I wouldn't go that far, because yes, I am, like I said, guys, I'm not a huge. I'm sorry, Luke. I know I'm kind of talking about it, but I can understand it giving an F, and I wouldn't go too far on it, because I do not like Teen Titans Go. I love the original better. Finn's up on that. So how many of you guys out there say that Teen Titans is the better of the Teen Titans Go out of the whole two? Raise your hand. I'm raising my hand, because I prefer Teen Titans. Yep. The original Teen Titans, all the freaking way.
Period. V.
Now,
freaking N.
And now the same thing that happened to Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the show that I was really excited about, but it's a ripoff of Teen Titans Go. It's a Teen Titans Go wannabe.
Whoopie-doo!
And so between that and the one that Nickelodeon had in like 2014 or something like that when it came out, I prefer the one that Nickelodeon did about 5, 6, 7 years ago. Not this new one, not this garbage, but I prefer the one that they had 6, 7 years ago. I think that was the better of the two.
Good.
So Luke, what do you do you want to weigh in on which Ninja Turtles to be your favorite? Because I can tell you mine. Mine were, well, actually, I don't actually know, but I can tell you what is the worst Ninja Turtles. Definitely the Rise of the Ninja Turtles. It's a wannabe of Teen Titans Go. That's all it is. And I love Ninja Turtles. I love the video games. I like the first 3 movies, not counting Ninja Turtles 3 from 1992, because I really don't care for that movie that much. But I like the first one. I like the second one. I like the TMNT one. I thought the one with Michael Bay, the one in 2014 one, I think that was actually good. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's a good movie. Out of the Shadows, it's okay, but it's nothing to jump for joy and doing jumping jacks until you pass out and then you fall asleep for the next 10 hours. So anyway, Luke, care to weigh in on this before we get back to you on the whole thing?
Wait, what did you say?
About the Ninja Turtles, between Ninja Turtles and Rise of the Ninja Turtles. How would you weigh in on this whole thing?
Ninja Turtles all the freaking way. Rise of the Ninja Turtles thing? You need to go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say cost.
Well, yeah, keep it family friendly. But well, by the way, Luke, have you actually seen Rise of the Ninja Turtles?
No, I did not.
Well, I have. I saw it on Nostalgia Critic, and I can tell you the animation sucks. Okay, I do like comedy, but okay, I'm very critical of cartoons because as a guy that is a creator of cartoon explosion, I'm very critical of a cartoon. It has to have really nice animation, and it has to have, and like I said, I enjoyed Batman Ghostly Adventures. Even though it had a little bit of that, I enjoyed Batman and Ghostly Adventures for what it was. For Teen Titans Go, I'm not a huge fan of the show. They need to take that show off, and I think they need to cancel it now. But, guys, that's just me. But, like I said, I like Ninja Turtles, and for them to ruin a childhood favorite of mine, it's just a slap in the face for me. As a cartoon lover, because again, cartoons are my thing, and if it doesn't have good CGI animated, then I'm gonna give it a pass, because that's what Cartoon Explosion's all about. That's why I created it. And speaking of which, we got Chris joining with us on the Random Talk podcast.
Yep.
So hi, Chris. Welcome to my podcast. Even though it's not going to be a permanent show.
Still.
Yeah, I don't think we can hear Chris that well.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Chris, you can fix that. Fix your mic and stuff. Not being rude, obviously, because I'm never rude to my friends.
No.
I mean, like I said, not once that me and Chris had a. But anyway, Luke, go ahead and finish what you were going to say about Ninja Turtles.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Chris.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Doing good. You?
Good to see you, Luke and Brandon. And Brandon, I want to tell you that Coffee with Chris, as you read, is a permanent fixture on YouTube.
Okay.
So I think you should view it as soon as you can tonight, because I know you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, when I get off. Yeah, when I'm not busy tonight, because I'm going to be really busy tonight at Wheel 1. But
yeah,
I know.
Well, yeah, but anyway, welcome to the Random Talk podcast. And again, this is not a permanent for me, because I'm just doing something for fun till Vlog Weekly returns for episode 100. 100th show. Can you guys freaking believe that? Anyway, Luke. Go ahead. Finish off.
Anyway,
and I'll shut up, because I'm not like Billy. All right, so just want to say that right now.
You're not like Billy.
Anyway, Luke, go ahead and continue. And but yeah, like I said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is better 5-6 years ago. Not this Rise of the Ninja Turtles crap, and that's where it ruined Ninja Turtle nostalgia for me. I have that nostalgia feeling of Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, let me continue. Yeah. Anyway,
it's just a whip-off of Teen Titans Go.
Yes.
But anyway,
go ahead, Luke. Continue.
But anyway, there's I always show I have a friend of mine named Owen who is showing me this I have to react to, which is episode 274, which I'm not gonna show you, which is a big fat no. But however, he did some rap videos which I'm not into, sadly.
Yeah.
Well, hold that phone, Luke. For the WAP, I'm not a WAP guy myself, but I do like to listen to Ice Ice Baby sometimes when I'm in the mood on Spotify, or listen to a little bit of Salt and Pepper. Because you know what, I don't think I think we need to play. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself, but yeah, that song "Shoop" by Salt and Pepper. I think it's a good song, and my only favorite WAP song is Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. To the extreme. Let's get out of here. Word to your mother, Luke. Continue.
Yeah, Ice Ice Baby and Whitney Houston all the way.
Yeah. Well.
I think my battery's gonna run out. Actually.
Oh, duppity dup. Oh, that's not good.
Well, I'll be back at 4:30. Actually, Brandon, if you're still on, I'll be back at 4:30. Yeah. Is that all right with you?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's not gonna be a long stream, but yeah. Do what you can, Twist.
No problem, my man. Thanks. I'm glad to be on as long as I could.
Well, like I said, having a low battery is kind of terrifying.
It's terrifying.
It is, and I forgot my plug at home, but I'm steps away from my home, so thank goodness. I'm at Panera right now.
And I'm telling you guys, I think what Chris needs to do, he needs to do that Kevin McAllister thing and do the no thing.
Yeah,
like, do that whole Kevin McAllister thing, that made him famous. Yeah.
I know, Brandon.
Putting on the aftershave.
Yeah, I did that.
A familiar scene, and then it's alcohol, and it's something that a 9-year-old would not want to touch, and having alcohol because it burns, and then he screams in agony because he felt like, oh my God, what is this thing? It's like somebody put alcohol in my aftershave.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, still.
Well, I'll see you, folks. My battery's gonna die soon.
Yeah, alrighty.
Yeah. No problem. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a few.
Thanks. All right. Yep.
Yes.
All right. Sorry, Luke. I just had to do that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Luke.
Anyways, like I said, Ice Ice Baby and Whitney Houston all the way through.
Yeah, I like Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah. But anyway, let's continue on.
Yep, let's continue, Luke.
Anyway,
I'll shut up for once.
But anyway,
we got Plummer. Will you please shut up so Luke can freaking and stop being like Billy Moody, for Christ's sake.
God, help me. Anyway, some LJP stream react videos are still there. I don't know about 271, unfortunately, because that's just me. Plus, I got one video like the BNF vlogs, or maybe two actually. Yes, I re-uploaded. Yeah, I already found that. Never mind. But I did, however, manage to upload 2 episodes of BNF vlogs or so, whatever. But anyway, what happened to my screen sharing? Okay.
Oh, no.
I have to stop sharing. Try that again.
Never
mind. We got this out of the way, and let's try it again.
We're going back to the future.
Anyway, moving on.
Yep, moving on.
Yep, duh. Anyway, the track story 1 year later. Then we all have to do now. It's got that Friday shows completed. Then some Pay Game podcast reaction videos and some Reptile episodes. Yeah, from L2 React.
I love that show.
Yeah. Then we got some previews from the upcoming Christmas season. Now, originally, I was going to do some things. Hi, Jay. This is my remix poem. Yeah, I know. Now, originally, I was going to do one video for Custom Baby Company Couch episode. Season 5. Now, Steven Simmons already got me 2 episodes for Season 5.
Oh,
now,
shoot.
What happened?
Oh, I screwed up on the messages. Just yeah, continue, Luke.
Anyway, we got the now. Richard, I was gonna do a episode because maybe Cuppy Couch episodes where it has to do with previews from the upcoming season, Christmas season. Now I showed you one of the episodes out of the two. Now I already did that, but sadly, one of the episodes out of the two. Now, sadly, I think now, frankly, Steven bought me another one of those episodes, which is good news. But I found one, but sadly, one of the other episodes got me a copyright claim from Vimeo, from Facebook. Wants to make hey, Lou Jeffers wants some enchiladas for Christmas? No thanks.
Does I want some enchiladas for Christmas?
I just want to get like 10 things on my list, but no thanks, Jerome.
Yeah, just being funny.
But anyway, then I have 2 YouTube videos that were early videos of mine from my main channel. And I got the Ultimate / Club Vlogs episode 2. I don't know how did I get uploaded that. Bedtime stories. Okay, come on, load. Anyway, thank you. I don't want to click Jeff Crick review, big fat no, please. Thank you. Anyway, let's continue on. Anyway, bedtime stories. Then a commercial by Luke Jeffers. This one is from 2018. Now this one is originally came out in 2007. I was only 12. Now I was about to do that on Labor Day 2007. Now that was a fact that I want to make this commercial break a success. And this commercial is about this whole Jakers as a goldfish, as my pet goldfish, and that frog, whatever that means. It's part of the script, Don't ask me, but yeah. Sorry. But anyway, we got my road trip tour to WGCL. That was already uploaded to Vimeo with this good news. Not the movie, good news, anyway.
Wow, it's kind of mild outside. Holy crap.
Oh, crap, yeah.
It's 50. It's 59 outside. It is. But you know what, Luke? It's only going to be for today because it's going to be colder and colder.
Yeah, still.
Which is not good.
Not good, no.
I'm going to see what my hometown is, too. Check my hometown.
Good enough. Then we got LG Spin Reacts, # on the road to 300 marathon. I was originally going to do this in the whole December. Now, sadly, I got to do this in the following month of January, from January to finish off. So, don't you know about that?
Wow, 59.
Wow!
59 in my hometown.
Then we got some episodes of BNF Vlogs to finish off. And a Tootsie Car Special Part 2 was finished, so there you go. And, of course, I got some major LGBTQ content, Part 12 was already finished, so there you go. And, of course, we got Ultimate React out of the way, so there you go. And, of course, a # in the world teaser marathon, so there you go. Pig Squeals. If you've never seen that video, Alex Boss said, we. But yeah. I did ask permission from Alex. That's a good thing. Excuse me. And then the Get Well Soon video from my special friend Lisa. So there you go on that. It has 5 plays, which is good news. But of course, there's a lot of videos on my Vimeo account. Over, let's say, 722. Good news. But of course, I got other episodes of Ultimate Reacts to do, But of course, it's a big accomplishment for me. Good news for us. Of course, I got episode 1 and 2. It's not been re-uploaded yet. It's been re-uploaded to Vimeo, which is good news. However, I did episodes of Friday shows on Vimeo, which is good news. But all the Friday shows is on Vimeo, which is good news. they're still on Vimeo. But the bad news, all the Friday shows were not on Vimeo. So there you go. I did manage to say I not uploaded some of the season 1 and most of the season 2. I did upload some of the season 2, some of the season 3, some of the season, most of the season 4. Some of the season 4, and some of the season 5 on here. So there you go on that. Then we got episodes of Eligible Reacts to deal with. Of Eligible Reacts, so there you go. And I did react to Lucas the Cool Guy, which I got permission from him, by the way. Thank you for that. Eligible Live, thank you for that, by the way. Favorite Guy Pokemon. Yeah, I did not get permission, thank God, which is not a good thing, because I already... This is from 2008, by the way, which I'm that type of young, by the way. And the Vimeo blog, I'll get back to that in episode 2 of LGBM TV's The New Tile blog. You know, not the new name. It's Vimeo blog, not the Vimeo blog, because they're already shut down. LGBM Live episode 1, followed by, because made Sesame Street episodes, because made Big Comfy Couch episodes, because made Wheel of Fortune episodes, which is good. S'mores, that's good news. Goose Chase, Great Day Base Birthday Bash is over 51 minutes long. Then open the line with the Bat Bees video. So that's good news. I did found the original one on Vimeo. That's one play. Did not have any copyright claims. Good news. And sadly, I got I got more content to make more videos. However, I did manage to say I did have a lot of videos to upload on Vimeo. I did upload one other video to Vimeo, which is good. I did have an outtake and not doing video, which is good news anyway. Just a car special part 11 was good news. However, it's good, so there you go. And the 4th of July event is 6 hours long, so there you go. And there's a lot of videos to come from. You know, it's a match to come away, you know. This one's like 8 hours, 21 minutes, and 24 seconds long. This one is like, and Switch Saturdays, the pilot, is only 4 plays and 49 minutes and 57 seconds long. Wow. There you go. So there you go on all these type of things. So I'm only going to manage these episodes to be agree or disagree. So there you go. I don't want to hit a copyright strike from YouTube, from his channel, sadly, because I got claimed once on the so many times on one, for example, on the Bad Pipes. So I'm playing Amazing Grace on Zach Pierce. Oh, come on, really? Am I gonna play Eligible Reacts? Oh, yeah, great. And here comes all these videos to count. There you go. But anyway, that's all the videos I have. 722. But the last topic I go over is the marathon. And that marathon, of course, I'm talking about is the marathon itself. What am I asking for? Several reasons. Why? Because I want to talk about it. That's why. I'll take door for 9,000. Oh my god. But anyway, Barney and Friends vlogs, episodes 100 and 108 is coming. It's the first ones, followed by the Jeff Craig episodes 20 to 20 and 21. They're coming back. Then because maybe pick up a couch episode of season 3. Excuse me, and 3 more episodes of season 5, and then the Twitter Car special parts 21 and 22. Musical Jokes episode 5, and Recent Jokes episodes 2 and through 4. And Jeff Craig Movie Theater Edition episode 3, and Jeff Craig Movie Theater Edition Music Zone called Not Gonna Have a Story, but GNR set GNR. Now we got a lot of stuff happening throughout the upcoming days ahead throughout 2019. So there you go. It's a long story, and I'm going to talk about these topics ahead. So there you go. And that's all the topics I have for the random talk podcast right now.
Yep, RTP.
Yeah, let's get back to Branden whole time thing. Oh, you show my stomach. Dang it.
Yeah, it's Luke. But anyway, guys, yeah, thank you, Luke, for that. And yeah, you gotta love that joke, Luke, about what I did about like, hey, my plumber, can you please shut up? Luke's trying to talk here, you know.
But anyway, I'll be right back. I have to get some water.
That was a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, yeah, so Chris will be coming back with us because he forgot to bring his little thing, like wah 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 wah.
Oh, God help me.
Oh, I know, Luke. But anyway, so when Luke gets back, everybody, just want to say that yeah, Take Your Pit Live episode 113 is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time after We're on Radio with Luke Jeffers, the announcer, the fellow, and Chris Kennedy, the co-host of Take Your Pit Live. And it's going to be a very exciting episode. I got to come up with an episode title. I got to come up with a episode title for episode 113 of that show. And anyway, guys, just want to let you guys know, too, that, well, Word Bank will be coming your way in 2019. So I am going to be pushing back Word Bank Season 2 from this month to January. So don't expect Season 2 of Word Bank until 2019 in January. And please stay tuned, everybody, for details on the time and date as we progress into the new year of 2019. And looks like Luke Bud is back.
I'm just coming right back. Get some water and then I'll come right back.
Okay, that's all right, Luke. Because my first topic I have for you guys today on Random Talk Podcast, well, it happens to be one of my favorite animals. And as you guys know, I freaking love this animal. And why do they have to make a parody out of it is beyond me. But this I'm going to talk about today is not a parody because this is actually what I've been wanting, what I wanted Disney to do from the very beginning.
Now I'm back.
I think, all right, Luke Butt. But yeah, so what I'm about to talk to you guys about, this is not a parody in any way because I actually wanted I wanted Disney to actually do this into a Disney nature movie.
Oh man,
and so excited to see this movie. So before I talk about it, I just want to say go back in time to where the movies were such an incredible piece of history for me. Because one of my favorite documentaries of all time, aka that is March of the Penguins from 2005. This is one of my favorite documentaries I have watched, and it deserves a certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's every right to be because this is one of my favorite documentary family film from Warner Brothers. And then that got us into the way of Happy Feet, which is one of my favorite cartoons from Warner Brothers. And as you guys know, I freaking love penguins so much. They're my favorite. And so you guys who want to make fun of penguins, go ahead. But for me, I don't really care because I love penguins so much. And I freaking love penguins as a wildlife animal. So would you agree, Luke?
I agree, as I'm eating some rice, potatoes, and pork chop, and chicken right now.
Yeah.
But this is part of my lunch from Dave A, part of Dave A Chevrolet, from hours ago.
Gotcha. But yeah, so what I gotta say about March of the Penguins? This movie's a masterpiece. Do I need to say more? I mean, you guys know how I feel about this movie. This movie's awesome. I mean, and like I said, So they made a sequel out of this one called March of the Penguins 2: The Next Step. Sadly, though, it was only released as a Hulu exclusive. And, okay, shut up, Wikipedia. Shut up. Shut the front door. Are you freaking kidding me, Rotten Tomatoes? Are you guys for real right now? Is this true? Sweet Jesus! Yes, it is true. Okay, guys, if you thought the first March of the Penguins was a huge hit, then the sequel is just as good as the first one. Because I'm looking at it right here on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a Rotten Tomato score of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
That is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is awesome.
Wow.
So, Luke, what do you guys say about the movie getting 100% on Rotten Tomatoes?
It was awesome.
Even though it's a Hulu exclusive.
Not.
Now, I wonder what this parody movie that they did, because I freaking do not like any. I'm telling you guys, if they have to make fun of penguins, it's gonna hurt my feelings, and I'm gonna be one ticked off dude. So don't get me started on this parody crap, because I'm not into it. I'm just saying. Oh, that's what it's called? Is that yeah, that's the one I hate. Directed by Bob Saget. Yeah, obviously. See? I'm not gonna watch this. I am not putting my money and watching this piece of garbage. And you know what, Luke? They had to make fun of the March of the Penguins movie that I freaking love so much. And that movie, Luke, is called Force of the Penguins. It's a direct-to-video parody. It's a parody of this movie.
Oh God, help me!
It's directed by the guy that was in Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos. He wears glasses, Luke.
Oh really?
Yeah, his name is Bob Saget.
Oh God, help me!
Yeah, I do like Bob Saget. I really liked him in Full House. I think he was good.
Same with America's Funniest Home Videos, but not in this freaking movie.
Yeah, and it's narrated by Samuel L. Jackson, who has a birthday, I believe.
Happy birthday to him.
Yeah, and this movie came out in 2007.
Oh God, please help me not to ruin this saga.
And you know what, Luke? I am not watching this movie because the reason why? Because this movie makes fun of penguins. And I do not like that. It hurts my feelings. It makes me mad. I like you, Bob Saget, but why did you have to direct a parody of one of my favorite animals? For everybody to make fun of penguins. Like, oh, I'm going to touch your butt. I'm going to touch your whatever. I'm like, dude, you need to leave this penguins thing alone because I love penguins. Okay? Nobody is going to tell me that I can love penguins. I love penguins because penguins are my favorite, and you do not mess with penguins.
Yeah, what's next? Put penguins on the bikini on bathing suits? No!
I mean, what's next? Making a parody, making fun of Luke's favorite animal, pigs?
No!
No. Because if you do a parody of pigs, just like you do with the penguins, the two of us are going to be one unhappy campers. Making fun of a pig and making fun of penguins. You do not do both. Because I'm a penguin lover. I freaking love penguins. They're my freaking favorite animal on this God's green earth. Would you agree, Luke?
I agree with you.
Yeah. So for them to make fun of a Penguins movie, because I love Happy Feet. I love Happy Feet too. I like March of the Penguins. These are the three best, and I mean three of the best movies that I've seen that involves penguins. Happy Feet 2, and March of the Penguins. Three of the best movies that involve penguins. March of the Penguins is one of my all-time favorites. I love this freaking film. It's a masterpiece. I might do a review of it someday because I'm going to tell you guys, spoiler alert, if you guys are wondering, is this movie going to get an F?
No.
No, it's not. It's not getting an F. Now, this parody is this False of the Penguins. Yeah, it's getting an F because they're making fun of penguins. Yeah, so that movie, False of the Penguins, it's getting an F from me. And I am not going to attend to watch it because they make fun of penguins. They want to make I'm telling you, no, I am not wasting my time watching these penguins be silly because I love penguins. They do not need to. They don't need to do this crap. I'm sorry. They don't need to do this. That's making fun of the penguins, and it's hurting my feelings one bit. Would you say so, Luke?
Agreed.
I'm telling you, it just hurts my feelings.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because I freaking love March of the Penguins. It is one of the best movies of 2005. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, this movie is not getting an F from me. But the parody one is definitely getting an F. So I'm happy to tell you guys the good news is this movie, March of the Penguins, is not getting an F.
Good.
But the other good news is that, well, anyway, the bad news is, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not watching False of the Penguins, and that's getting an F. All day, every day, 365, until I'm 50 years old, or I'm 60. There you go. End of story. Now I'm gonna say this right now. I have not seen the sequel, March of the Penguins 2. I've heard really good things about the sequel. I have not watched it, but from what I can tell, they like this one better than the first one. I'm gonna have to wait and see. Now, sadly, I do not have Hulu. Well, I do have a Hulu account, but I don't have Hulu. I don't have a subscription to Hulu. Luke does, but I don't.
Yeah, I do, especially Netflix.
Yeah, and I love Netflix, and we're going to talk about that too coming up because I'm very excited about this new Dark Crystal show coming to Netflix in 2019, and why I'm still going to pay for my Netflix subscription because it has it has one of the best cartoons you can find on Netflix, and Dark Crystal is going to be coming into a new TV show in 2019. I cannot wait of this show because I love the movie. Jim Henson, I'm telling you, this movie was awesome, and I freaking love the movie. It's probably one of the best Jim Henson movies I have seen.
I'm full.
I freaking love The Dark Crystal. If you haven't seen The Dark Crystal, definitely need to check it out. Because, again, that movie, between an A to F, am I going to give this movie an F?
No.
No, it's not. And we both said it at the same time. But no, it's not getting an F. Neither that movie or March of the Penguins are going to get an F. What is going to get an F is False of the Penguins. Enough said.
Enough freaking said.
Because if you're going to be if there's going to be a movie studio that's going to make a parody out of a pig movie, then you don't need to do that because that will hurt that. Because if you do this movie, you're going to hurt Luke's feelings one bit.
Agreed. Big time.
And you don't need to cross the line and making a parody out of a animal, like a pig or a penguin or any other freaking animal on this God's green earth. Enough said.
Yeah, but I did ever saw a movie that they make fun of Kangaroo one time.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Jack and Fierce. It was a great movie.
Yeah, Kangaroo Jack. Well, I can understand that, Luke. Yeah. I haven't seen the movie myself, so I can't tell you what I think of it, but because I haven't seen it.
Yep.
Now, you know what, guys? I know you guys are wondering, are they ever going to come up with March of the Penguins 2 on home video and on Amazon Prime? That's a good question, guys, because all I'm looking at on Google, it says here it's still on Hulu. This movie is not yet been available on Blu-ray, and it's not yet available for home video. And I hope to God we're gonna have. I hope to God that Hulu or whoever has the rights to this brings this to Blu-ray and DVD and iTunes and Amazon Prime or wherever you get your videos. You know, wherever you buy your movies from. You know, digitally. I want to see that on home video.
Exactly.
So Luke, thumbs up. Thumbs up or thumbs down for the home video release? Or should there be a video release of the March of the Penguins 2? Yeah, for me, definitely thumbs up. I definitely want to see this.
Yeah, and the reason
released in the video.
And the whole thing is that 50+ minutes ago, I didn't see that happening. I will watch it after the live stream is over, but Joshua Gillespie recently uploaded a Muppetational Christmas that has to do with the Dark Crystal. I'll show you the link.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I love the Dark Crystal. I like the movie a lot, and I'm telling you, I haven't watched it when I first heard of it. I think it was like 2017 or 2016. But when I sat down and watched this movie, I was blown away. I'm like, how did I not watch this movie when I was when I was in my teens? How did I not watch this movie?
Holy crap, man!
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie till I hit my adult childhood age. Until I hit my adult.
I was only in my early 20s when I first heard of it, but I was only in my teens when I first heard about it, and now I never heard of it until I first watched the Heard Bakes and Pictures of the whole movie. But that's just me. I never seen the movie until now. So you told me about it. I've seen bits and pieces of Labyrinth since they celebrated their 30th year in 2016, which is my worst year ever. I came to Center of Puppetry Arts.
2016 is the worst.
And I came to Center of Puppetry Arts. And that's where I got this puppet from, the ballerina puppet,
And I have to adjust. Oh, and I'm sorry, guys. Why is my input volume going down? I'm like, dude, it needs to stay where it's at because I think Hangout on Air is messing up my my input, but I'm just gonna have to hold on to it. So guess what, Google? You're not taking over the input volume. I'm gonna hold on to it. So try to go down now. I mean, it's stupid for me to hold down this button.
Stupid idea.
Yeah. Well, Luke, OBS doesn't do that, but on Luke, Skype too. Skype does that too. Whenever it detects your microphone, then it kind of changes the input volume on your Mac. So it's doing it it's doing it like if it's a ghost getting into your system settings and changing the input volume of it. But on OBS, you control the volume via the mixer. Because again, I'm not doing OBS right now because I'm doing this the old school way, and that's doing it on Google Plus. And I'm glad we're doing this on Google Plus Hangout because I'm having so much fun, guys. And again, guys, I'm going to be really busy tonight. Like I said, I'm going to be at Will One Studios tonight for Cartoon Madness block, and then pretty much just focus on that and get ready for Hanging with Miss Plum tomorrow, episode number 80, and Teddy Pet Live, and of course we're on radio.
Yeah, I'll be on Haymaker's Palm episode A with you. So that means we're gonna be on Haymaker's Palm and Tapek Live episode 100 and something-ish. But that's just good news.
Coming soon in 2019, Hanging with Wee Mitts Plum, Diarrhea Edition.
Seriously?
It's just a parody joke. Not gonna happen, folks. See, guys,
Anyway.
I can make parody too. And like I said, if I have to make fun of my own show, I'll do it. But make fun of a penguin, that's a different story.
No. Bad.
No. Definitely most not. So you know what, guys? We haven't seen a sequel to much of the Penguins 2. Now, again, I really hope they bring this movie out because this movie came out, I think it came out in 2017, and it's been a year and a half that we have not seen this movie come out on home video. Now the question is Hulu gonna do this? Well, I surely hope so because if you guys didn't know, Hulu was actually the exclusive I think it was the exclusive for the Doozers, the Jam Henson's Doozers. That used to have been a Hulu exclusive.
Oh yeah, the Doozers, yeah.
I gotta say, I like the Doozers. I think it's a really cool show. And why did they had to take it off on Universal Kids is beyond me. And what needs to be on Universal Kids, like I say, 50 freaking times.
Oh, God, help me.
The 2003 cartoon that I've watched on Cartoon Network, where the heck is Sitting Ducks?
Sitting ducks way out one day over the hill, they far away, but up, whack, 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 and all da 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 da.
Because this show turns 15. Well, it actually turns 15. The same thing that Will One was formed. It was formed in 2003, and we got Chris back with us. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Brandon.
Yes.
Hey.
How you doing, Luke?
Doing good, you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And so again, Will One was formed in 2003 by my friend who's a DJ and does Will One Radio every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and now Fridays with a 2-hour edition coming in January, which I'm so freaking excited about.
Cool. Me too.
Yep, exactly.
Because having 2 hours of music is simply more than 1 hour, because 1 hour was the gold standard of us for doing 1 hour music, but even 1 hour seems to be not enough. So by having 2 hours at the max, then having 2 hours of radio, which means there's more music and more requests than doing a 1 hour show or even a 30-minute show. And like I said, in January, we are going to be phasing out of our classic formula of a 30-minute radio show because We're One Radio Saturday edition would be just like We're One Radio on Mondays, where it's a 45-minute show. Well, We're One Radio on Saturdays are going to be now 45 minutes, so that means 15 extra minutes. So kind of like what it is on Monday. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's a clone of the Monday show, but we're phasing out the 30-minute classic formula of We're One Radio because 30 minutes seems to go by really fast, and having 15 extra minutes of music listening, I think it means a lot to music lovers like myself,
Exactly.
and the two of you, obviously.
Big time, yeah.
But as I was saying about Sitting Ducks came out in 2003. we haven't seen this show. I haven't seen this show since it left Cartoon Network back in 2004, 2005. And Universal, I believe, has the rights to it. And 15 years later, it's still not on television. And I thought it was going to be on Universal Kids, but I don't think Universal wants to mess with Sid and Duts.
Wow.
And I'm like, seriously? Because this was one of my favorite shows on Cartoon Network, and you're gonna sit there and tell me that Sid and Duts is not going to be on Universal Kids, and I'm like, dude, you guys need to bring this show back. I mean, if you're not gonna, I mean, don't even bother to do a new, bring it back and do a new, do a new season of it. Bring back the original 2003 one that I remember watching it on Cartoon Network. That's when Cartoon Network was good at the time, until they added a bunch of crap. And because I don't watch Cartoon Network that much anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Because they took off a lot of great stuff on there. They took off Adventure Time. They took off Regular Show. And now they have like Teen Titans all day. Teen Titans Go. Instead of the original Teen Titans, which I prefer. Because why do I prefer the original one? Because it has an awesome song by Puffy Amiyumi, the Teen Titans theme song. And I do like Puffy Amiyumi because they also did the song called "Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi Show" theme to the short-lived show on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
Not to mention, they did also sing the remix version of Teen Titans for the stupid show.
Yeah,
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go. Yeah. Yeah, I knew about that, Luke.
Of course.
I knew about that.
Yeah, and Teen Titans Go sucked.
Yeah, and the movie. I mean, like I said,
why bother?
And like I said, why? I mean, again, why would you put like Christopher Robin in the 2018 worst movie list? I just disagree with this. I disagree with it 1000% because I talked about it on this show today. Like, seriously, I mean, are you that dumb to put this movie in the worst 2018 movie list? Because it's not going to be on my list of the worst movies. It's going to be on one of my best lists.
Seriously.
And Teen Titans Go to the movies is probably going to be in my worst. Though I will do a review of it, and I will sit down and watch this god-awful movie, and I'll give you my opinion on it when the time comes.
When the time comes. Right here on Toon Disney.
Freaking Disney, yes. Toon freaking Disney. And coming soon in 2019, Toon freaking Disney Extreme. Hide your kids, because all the shows are going to be rated MA, and it's not going to be suitable for you guys. You guys need to go to bed and shut up because you got school in the morning. Toon freaking Disney Extreme. Coming soon. just like Dora the Enforcer. If they actually made a movie out of that movie, Dora the Enforcer. Well, instead of being nice and cheerful like Barbados, it'd be like her holding a handgun or a AK-47. That's all I'm gonna say. But,
oh God!
But yeah.
Help me!
But anyway, hide that press. So that's it on that kind of thing. And yeah, that'd be really cool if they actually did Dora the Enforcer. But maybe Nickelodeon. Probably Nickelodeon will probably not do that. Yeah, I screwed that up. But yeah, so Sid and Duts is a children's animated TV show based on the 70s. Really? Based on the 70s lithograph? So Sid and Duts is a lithograph created by Michael Bedard. Yeah, so there was actually a Sid and Duts thing in 1977 in the 70s.
Okay.
Before it was made into a TV show that I freaking loved. And they made a children's
crap.
book out of it in 1998, and then they made it into a TV show, which I freaking loved. It was in United States on Cartoon Network, ABC in Australia, YTV in Canada, in United Kingdom, CITV, Disney XD, in the Japanese version of Cartoon Network. So I'm telling you, Sitting Ducks is one of my favorite shows. And it has the voice of Ian James Corlett, who I freaking love as a voice actor for playing good characters, like like this show. Not Random Talk podcast, but like Sitting Ducks and Reboot as Glitch Bob and Blinky and Batman Ghostly Adventures. I like Ian James Corlett. He's good. He's really good.
That's wonderful.
And yeah, the show only lasted 26 episodes, aka also known 52 segments. So it ended after 26, 52 segments of the show. And it had this guy named Dave Ward. His name is Dave Strachwald, who he's a Scottish-born Canadian voice actor. He is best known to be in Dragon Ball, Gundam Wing, and he was also in Sitting Ducks. I think he played the alligator in the cartoon.
Yes.
If
Till this day.
Yeah. Okay, so he plays Aldo the alligator, so that's why. So Ian James Corlett plays as Bill, and Dave plays as Aldo the alligator. Because as you guys know, ducks need to avoid the alligators because they like to eat ducks. But apparently, they have this friendship together between Aldo and Bill, and they became friends afterwards.
Yeah, Bill.
And he's the kind of guy too that you don't want to make fun of, because if you do, then he'll eat you alive. So that's what Aldo was, and he did take that very seriously on not being made fun of. So it was okay. So it was actually 2001 when it came out. Okay, so it was actually 2001. I thought it came out in 2003, but so it aired on September 13th. Wow, just 2 days before the 9/11 attacks.
September 13th was 9/11. The day after.
Yeah, and it ended on July 5th, 2003. So it's been July 2003 since I haven't seen this show, since July of 2003.
Oh, hang on, Brian. This is one of those hangout on air streams you haven't done for a very long time since by Josh. Yeah, I agree, Josh.
Well, and that's the thing, because I do all my streams on OBS, because OBS is because the reason why I switched to OBS, because it picks up the audio from Luke and Chris, when we do Take It Live tomorrow. And it picks up the game too.
Hi, everybody, says by Andrew. Hey, how you doing, Andrew?
But yeah, I mean, it picks up not only yours and mine audio, but it also picks up the game's audio too. And on Google Plus Hangout on air, it only picks up the three of us, but it doesn't pick up the audio from the actual computer. Like, you can't hear Take Your Pick, you can't hear any of the games. So all you hear is the three of us throughout the show, and you don't hear the games. And that's why I got fed up with it, and that's why I switched to OBS.
Yeah, I switched to
OBS. Is free, it's painless, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Because I've used OBS. In fact, I used OBS to do this 2018 pre-Christmas live stream special that we did, or that I did.
Exactly.
And you see, guys, it's better than nothing on for you guys to not hear a video, not hear a game, than to hear the three of us all throughout the show, and you can't hear the game, and you can't hear the game's audio. And that's why I switched to OBS, because this does not pick up any audio from my computer. Again, it only picks up the three of us. Because because like I said, I used to use Soundcloud, because this does not support Soundcloud. So that's why I switched to OBS, and I never looked back. And yeah, it's been years since I've used Google Plus Hangout, and And I'm glad I'm doing this stream tonight on Hangout. And again, this is not a permanent show, so this is not going to be a permanent show because World Weekly is coming back in January for the 100th show. And so again, it's just for fun, and it's just something I want to do for today because I feel like, why not do it today?
Yeah.
Just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway,
As for Andrew says, I'm doing great.
and like I said, Andrew, you're gonna definitely need a lot of luck because I'm gonna be, I believe, one of the contestants for Teddy Pit Live tomorrow. So, wish you the best of luck, and hopefully Luke will play fairly for you and picking the even numbers, and for you to become a winner.
Good enough for Andrew.
And of course the bonus round, the bonus round is a great addition to it.
Agreed. Big time for you, Andrew.
Anyway, the show takes place in a town called Ducktown. Not Dutt Tits, but Ducktown. Yeah, there's your nostalgia critic joke right there. Yeah, because why did I say Duck Tits? Because Nostalgia Critic did a review of Howard the Duck, which I don't think this movie is terrible. I actually enjoy it. It's not the best movie I've seen, but it's actually a movie I can sit down and try to enjoy because I actually do like Howard the Duck. But like I said, it has a 13. I believe it has a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not that good in a movie, but I thought it had some charm in it. So yeah, so hashtag Duck Tits. Go over to Nostalgia Critic and watch him do a review of Howard the Duck, and that's where the whole Duck Tits came into play. Like Duck Tits, woo! There you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Anyway, Ducktown, not Duck Tits. And focus on a duck named Bill and his best friend Aldo, an alligator from the neighborhood town of Swampwood. The pair usually ends up in varied situations and adventures getting around on Bill's scooter. So that's what the show is about. And believe it or not, guys, I have this on DVD. Not open yet. I still have this on DVD. I bought it on Amazon, and I have not opened it since I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, Universal screwed up the home video release because where the heck is the second season? How come I only got the first season and they never made a second season on home video? Because this was back into where they were selling DVDs and I'm sure VHSs at the time. Where was the second season? Now, I'm praying to God that Universal brings this back. Okay, if they don't bring it back on Universal Kids, I mean, why not for them to re-release Sit and Duts as the complete collection? Give us all 26 episodes on 2 DVDs. That would make me happy. Just like they did with Reboot when I bought Reboot the Mainframe edition. Because that was the complete series. I'm like, yes, I gotta have Reboot in my collection. It's one of my favorite shows as a kid growing up. I want to get this on DVD, and I bought it the same time that I bought my Western Digital My Passport 2 terabyte, which obviously wasn't enough, obviously.
Good enough.
And that's why I had to buy the Mainframe collection, the mainframe edition of Reboot, one of my favorite cartoons, and it's a childhood favorite of mine. And again, this childhood favorite of mine is turning 25 next year, the 25th anniversary of Reboot, and I am very excited for this to be 25 because 25 years later, it's still one of the greatest and one of the best cartoons ever created. I freaking love the show, and that show gets a 5 out of 5 A+ all day, every day till I reach 69 years of age. That's how good the show really is.
Agreed, big time.
So anyway, we got characters such as Bill, like I talked about, played by Ian James Corlett. Aldo, played by Dave Ward. Bev, which, oh yeah, I've heard of Bev, played by none other than Kathleen Ball, who played Dot and Reboot. So Kathleen Ball, if you guys don't know who she is, well, she's a voice actress. She's best known for voicing Marie and Kevin and Luke's least favorite cartoon on Cartoon Network,
Wow.
Ed, and Eddie.
Holy Jelly Donuts.
Yep. She played Trixie and Queen Charles and My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
Indeed.
And like I said before, Dot Matrix in Reboot.
I'm a bro.
And I remember her in that show Reboot. I freaking love Reboot. And I actually did like her playing as Dot. I like Dot, though. You know, I mean, yeah, she's a hot character, but I still have the hots for Crystal.
I know.
Anyway,
Stomach.
it's not about, it doesn't have to deal with the big boobs. As long as she's, you know, cool enough, then I'm all for it.
Yes.
And especially Bev, who has no tits, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ed, Ollie, and Walter, played by Lewis C., Phil Hayes, and Jay. Oh, I think I remember him. Jay Bazow. I think I remember. I think I remember this dude. Played Needleman in the Mega Man animated series. Okay, yeah, I remember Mega Man, the cartoon back in the 90s. Okay.
Still this day, I know.
Yeah, I used to watch the original Mega Man because I like Mega Man, the character.
Oh, I almost accidentally
I think that
put
came
the
out in 94,
laughter
I think.
instead of the love button. Dang it.
Yeah, that's right. Cecile, also played by Ian James Corlett. He's the dentist in Ducktown. So not only Mr. Corlett plays the main character, but he also plays a dentist named Cecile. Fred, played by Phil Hayes. And here's another one. A guy named Wall, played by the guy that played Guardian Bob in Reboot. Michael Bayano, which he's really good too. I like Michael Bayano.
Yeah, that's going off by me, I guess.
He is best known for playing Bob in the Canadian CGI series Reboot, seasons 1, 2, and 4. And he is best known to playing the character as Bob in Reboot. Again, one of my favorite cartoons ever made. So yeah, Michael Bayano is in this one. So you got Kathleen Ball and you got Michael Bayano. Two of them that were in the original Reboot. And another guy that was in Dino Trots and Dino Trots Supercharged, he played the adult Enzo Matrix, and that guy's name is Paul Dobson. And I gotta say, he plays a great villain in Dino Trots. I like Paul Dobson. He has that sick-minded villain in Dino Trots. He just likes to toy with the Dino Trots team, you know, picking on Ty and picking, you know, and try to humiliate him and take him down and, you know, try to end Ty's, you know, character and, you know, taking the beating from Sky and all that other stuff. But yeah, Paul Dobson, I think he plays a great villain. As and like I said, he was in Reboot season, I want to say season 3 or season 4 of Reboot, and he plays the adult version of Enzo Matrix.
I'll come right back.
Okay, all right, Luke. Because Enzo was I think it was an 8 or 10-year-old in the first 2 seasons, and in season 3 he became a teenager, and then in season 4 he became the adult, and Paul Dobson provided the voice of adult Enzo Matrix. So there you go, Michael Bayno. Yeah, I like him. Oh, I said it too, Paul Dobson. So other characters that appeared in the show, Dave Wilson, Brian Dobson, the brother of Paul, and those two are in Dino Trots. So I got it right. Paul and Brian Dobson, who were in Dino Trots, and Paul Dobson playing as Enzo Matrix, the adult form. Yep, I got it right. Lee Talker, he played Anki and Batman Ghostly Adventures and a bunch of other animated cartoons. So you see, guys, this is why I like Sid and Dots. This was a awesome cartoon, and I don't think we're ever gonna see this show again. I don't know if they're gonna ever bring it back because we haven't seen this show since July 2003. So it's been 15 years. And it's distributed by NBCU. So hopefully they're going to bring it back at some point, but I highly doubt we're ever going to see that. So yeah, so Sid and Dots, pretty cool. I mean, I love Sid and Dots, and I have it on DVD. I'm glad I have it on DVD because it's a good cartoon. It's an awesome show. Back on Cartoon Network days.
Yeah.
So there you guys go on that. So my next article that I want to talk about, and I'm very excited about this one too, because as you guys know, I am a penguin lover. I love penguins.
Awesome. Yes, indeed.
Disney Nature has released a new poster for the upcoming documentary, which I'm so freaking excited that Disney is finally gonna do a Disney Nature movie focusing on one of my favorite wildlife animals of the planet, and they're doing a new documentary called Penguins. And I am so glad that Disney is doing Penguins documentary because I haven't seen Penguins since then because there was a bunch of other Disney Nature stuff that they did. They did one for the lions. They did one for the ocean. They did ones with chimpanzees, and now in 2019, they're getting penguins. And I'm gonna be watching this because I freaking love penguins. I really do. I love penguins so much. So it's celebrate the first day of winter. Check it out in the gallery below. Blah blah blah. So the film's gonna arrive on Earth Day 2019. So that's April 17th.
Back.
All right, Luke, welcome back.
No problem. Yes.
So Disney
my
Nature.
stomach's having a full from this whole eating thing, from this whole thing that I got for lunch and snacks for the day. Like the 21st from this huge lunch thing that I got seconds from lunch. Like, excuse me. For example, excuse me. For example, let's just say I got one head of lunch for Dave and Chevrolet, and I just came back from it nearly close to be 2-ish. So I came home and want to come to this live stream early. So there you go.
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah. And like I said, Luke, as I want to say, you're stuffed like a pig.
Well, bad news, Brian. I'm getting rid of lost some weight. So there you go.
Bad news, Mad Plum. Don't you treat Luke bad. Because if you do, then you're going to get a $69 penalty, third down.
Oh, God, help me. But anyway, I'm getting ready to lose weight overall, so.
Which is a good thing.
But I'm going to get my body to a small tummy, which is good news, but.
I'm working on that next year.
Yeah. But it's
442
just,
right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a happy thing for me, you know?
And again, guys, if you don't live in the East Coast, then it's not 442. So it's 142 in California time, 342 my home state, and a bunch of others. So
yeah, right now
the time you see is an Eastern time zone.
Yeah, it's an Eastern time zone right now in my area. Yep.
Atlanta time, Florida time.
Yep.
Georgia time where I live. Yeah.
Georgia, North Carolina, New Jersey. Yep.
Yep.
The suburbs of Atlanta. Yeah.
So many states. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving to Atlanta. Actually,
I've wondered. It's I have family who lives in Atlanta. You know.
Cool. Yes, indeed.
My stomach from lunch thing from Ashley, Tammy, and Valerie. You know, speaking of Valerie, her birthday is coming up in like 3 days after my 12th anniversary of my company, which is 2 days after your birthday, Brandon.
Yeah, and she actually wrote an episode for one of us for Tape It Live.
She will be turning 22 this upcoming February 27th. So there you go.
Two. Yeah.
So there you go. And she met me before, like either last month or this month, and she told me to write an idea for one of the episodes of Tape It Live for you, and you think it was a good idea. So I thought, okay, I want to come up with a plan for you. And you think, are you sure? And I said, why not? So it's a good idea. So why did I not do all this? So there you go on that. So that's how I came up with this Valerie's idea, and that's how she came up with this idea on her own as a writing credit. I'm not bringing Ashley nor Tammy, if she's watching this, as a credit, sadly, but I did have her credited Valerie as the writing credit, so there you go. But I did manage to write some script ideas for Valerie, not only Valerie, but also you, me, and Chris in the lineup after one episode is over with.
Awesome. I love it.
And Bob Ross is streaming live on YouTube.
Twitch.
Bob Ross is streaming. He's doing his Joy of Painting right now.
Bob Ross needs to be on YouTube too and have his own blog. That would be awesome if he did have his own YouTube blog.
Oh my. Yeah.
I surely do miss Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was inspired by two men,
he was a great
Orange, and this guy who did not like me anymore. But for example, Robert and Jim, who inspired me to make films, TV shows, Danny Bodekeimer, who created Orange, and of course, this guy who said, you do not need to be on my Patreon anymore. I don't need that anymore. Which is
Wow.
Well, any kind of hurt your feelings, Luke, because because that right there means that he doesn't care if his show is crap or not.
Yeah,
I know.
However, I did have 3 inspirations left after that.
So in other words, Luke, he kind of backstabbed you in a way.
Wow.
Sorry to hear a door in the background.
I'm sorry that he backstabbed you, Luke.
Yeah.
Somebody on Patreon. So here's my thing to that guy. And Luke, I think I know who that guy is on Patreon.
Yeah.
It's probably him because you were the executive producer.
Yeah, I was the executive producer at the time. Yep. And then when Raymond told me, and I quote, "We're gonna do this from now on, otherwise I'll remove you." That's why I decided, hey, I'm going to take a break. And then he said, $5 Patreon only. So that's why I decided to take a break. And that's why it's going to be there until the November 2017 I left Bob's show behind.
Yeah, because you had a very rough start, with what happened, especially on Vimeo, and we won't go into highly detail, but it was one of the most painful things you had to deal with.
Yeah, but the good thing is that I'm still a patron at the Fuseport Gaming, which is good news. But I'm also a patron on Jim Shields' the TED Viewer, which is good news. But however, I wanted to screen show you this right now.
And Luke, I think what you also need to do, I think you need to show support for another guy on Patreon, because he does a fantastic, he does history of video games. He's a cool dude, and I'm telling you, he's just so talented, and he tells us everything about video games. And that guy, well, he goes by the name of Noam Caruso, and he is known as the gaming historian.
Gamer historian? Oh, never heard of him, but I saw.
Oh, he's awesome, Luke. He's awesome because I watch the gaming historian because the new video he has uploaded right now, and I've watched this too. It was about the story.
Oh, I've watched one of the videos from Chad, and I discovered him, and he looked for patrons at the time.
The video he did recently is the story of Punch-Out.
Oh God.
Which was a very popular game on the NES that came out in 1987. That was the one that featured Mike Tyson, and then when Tyson, well, he got into shady problems in 89, 90, and when they re-released Punch-Out, they rebranded it as just Punch-Out, but it had Mr. Dream instead of Mike Tyson. So there's a lot of history behind Punch-Out.
Yeah,
and, it was a boxing game. That's what Punch-Out was. It was a boxing game.
I got horrified because I'm still a patron on these two things, but or free, but whatever. But I'm not a separate patrons and one of those patrons as of yet. But however, I don't need the money for this now because I have to save my government money as of now because I'm too young currently.
Well. I understand that.
However, the bad news side of things, I don't have the money now because I need to save the money for these overturned money savings on not only Bob's show, which I don't need anymore, but I'm also need to save on something else because I don't have time for Bob's show's patrons thing anymore. I don't need to react. That's the reason why I need a break, you know?
Yeah, I can understand that, Luke.
Ever since 2017 of November, I was pissed off. And sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but
well, you know, you're stating the facts, Luke, about it. If you were pissed off, you were pissed off.
And then a month later, and then weeks later, Vimeo was shutting down.
And like I said, I'll allow that. You know, pissed off. Just, I mean, you know, but. Yeah, I'll allow that. I mean,
yeah, but then
I mean, it's not like, you know, to be like Jerome where he goes all over the place with the F words, the B words, and you know, like flicks with the dits and all that other stuff.
No. But then weeks later, Vimeo shuts down completely, and I have this worst nightmare ever. I have to attend a wedding, and I don't know what happened. And when I told Owen and Mario what happened, Vimeo suddenly decided to say it's going to happen December 15th, 2017. And then I got a notification saying Mom said, Luke, we have to attend the wedding. I'm like, holy crap, what just happened here? So I had to take a shower, gonna tell them goodbyes, and then I have to attend the wedding, and that was the end of our nightmare. So there you go. And then afterwards, that nightmare, I have to get ready for going to search the computer and search some Vimeo videos to download. And upload to some stupid website called BitChute, because I don't need it anymore. Then I
don't like BitChute.
I don't like BitChute either. So that's how, and then months later, I found out what happened. Nowadays, I found out Vimeo is after me. So I found out that Vimeo is like, Luke, we need you, buddy. And I'm like, okay. So I hook up to Vimeo after 5 years. I know, right? 5 years of having Vimeo, and I don't have the money to save. But then I have Premium. And then I have Pro, and then Christmas time, I'm going to get business. So there you go. And then that's why I'm going to watch a marathon. Then on this January 3rd, I have no idea what happened because snow day. There was snow. I had to play in the snow. But when all of a sudden, one of my hard drives quit working on me. That's all my Vimeo videos gone. You know?
Yeah, and it's a disaster too. You know, when you lose a lot of videos and stuff you got on the hard drive, yeah, it's a major catastrophe.
And not only worse, I had to tell Wisconsin, not people at Wisconsin, to get this fixed. And I have to get ready to get this fixed. So after this is over, after months of waiting, I told them, hey, what happened? And they did not fix it. So months later, they went to Joe from Shementu on what happened, and they tried to fix it. One of my hard drive's still there. And then what happened? I'm going to screenshot it now. What happened?
Oh, really? Ukulele's on the Nintendo Switch?
Hold on. Not going back to the future. Now, come on. Anyway. This is... Oh, come on. Really? Let me just unplug that 1 sec.
Well, that's good that ukulele is now on the Nintendo Switch.
Give me 1 moment. I gotta plug this in, and then we're going to show you.
Yeah, and when you do have the hard drive plugged in, just make sure you don't move it around when it's actually writing data, because that happened to me like 2 times when I had my Seagate hard drive.
Yeah,
and I was so pissed because I lost all that data that I had on there, and I was upset.
Plug in, otherwise I'll be mad.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, because you know, hard drives have moving parts inside where you actually hear the disk spinning, and that's why SSDs are better, because SSDs don't have. Well, hold on, Luke, because SSDs don't have, you know, spinning parts in it, because it's all flash, and that's why SSDs are better. Because believe it or not, I'm getting me a 256 gig SSD so I can store all my important Office documents. That includes my PowerPoint.
Yeah. And something weird happened, but what happened here is that some of my videos were gone. Most of my videos are not there anymore. So that's a bit some bad, some good. I'm gonna show you some good videos. Some of them are bad videos. Some of them a big fat no. That I'm not gonna be able to turn it down or mute it all the way, so that way it'd be more comfortable for you guys. But that way it'd be more interesting, you know?
But that's cool that ukulele's on the Switch.
Come on, really? But anyway, MP3, no, we're not doing that right now. Anyway, MP4. Let's see what happens with MP4. Right now. We got a lot of MP4 stuff on the way. First of all, we'll take a look at the 2.20 something gigabyte video. What happened here? I mean, this has had a number 000003, and that is not a tile for the project. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna mute the volume so you can see what's going on. But that's a no. But I'm gonna show you this now. Season 3, Episode 3 is the basic title, by the way, before the new year starts. But look what happened here. It's not going to be shown, which is a big no. But look what happened. No cutscenes, no nothing. Just some video that has nothing to do with the news hour at all.
I know.
Seriously.
Yes.
Which I love the news hour very much as a child, but now... That's just what happened here. I mean, God help me.
Yeah.
That's just wrong with this hard drive. Now,
and like I said, all hard drives do that, Luke. No matter what hard drive you get from Seagate or Western Digital, you know, they all do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not a fan of desktop hard drives where you have to plug it into the wall.
Yeah.
Because I like them that you just plug it into your computer and off you go. You know, it's portable.
And the worst thing is, it won't let me delete the video. So that's a huge problem. And I click on that one video, and look at here. I'll show you. It was on another one of those YouTube videos. Fridays, Luke J 6895, episode 29. And here's the problem. I did not have any of those moments where I have another problem with that, and I'll get to that in a moment. What happened here? After that was over, we did not have. There's a glitch. There's another part of the glitch. After this is over, we have a difficulty with this video. I did not see episode 29 whole thing. But there we got this one other video, and then we'll get back to Branden on what happens next. But anyway, this is what happened to 200 episode 3 of Friday Through Jays 285. See, we have another problem with that. That's the biggest problem of all. Episode 3 had no constellations of difficulties, and now, looky here. We got a big problem with this. Show you right now. Pause. See what it says? Glitching up. We don't see Billy. We don't see Branden. We don't see my name tag. Nor this Blue Jeffers tag. With Skype guests coming, we don't see that coming at all. We don't see a my name tag at all. Name profile pic at all. Just some glitches. That's bad.
Wow.
All we see was only, how long was this? Let's see, 35 seconds of beginning this video. And then that's just bullcrap. We see hello people, this is Jersey KOJ 285 speaking. Welcome to another episode of Fire, and all of a sudden we get glitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's just rude. And it's from East US, and then we get some glitches, you know. And there's another video I'm going to show you, and that's just basically it. Looky here, Train Faces episode from Jimmy Neutron. I'm going to mute this volume. I don't want to hear it, but big fat no. How nevertheless. And there's the glitches again. See?
Yeah.
There's
and it's 5 o'clock right now.
There is no freaking way we can have glitches in the videos. Only we see the whole video is the whole thing. That's it. End of story. I'm getting tired of having glitches in my hard drive. Period. The end.
Yeah, I understand.
Definitely.
But, you know, all the videos, some may not have glitches. Some may have do, but, you know, I'm sick and tired of them, you know?
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to get the whole thing started, but they don't have it fixed. However, the good news is that they have all the jetpacks except for one, though.
Yeah.
And as the jibs, all of them was fixed except for one. Docks, all of them was just fixed. MP4A, I'm not going to show you all the MP4As were because of the no. However, I won't mention it at all. But hi, that press. M4B, I'm not gonna say what moves I'm gonna say because that's a no. But hi, that press. That's another lie. Come on, really? MLV, I'm not gonna say anything because that's a no. Except for one. And that is, of course, the video I made up in 2000 and what year was this? It's a kilobyte video, not a gigabyte nor a megabyte. That's good. That is good. Okay, that is 10 seconds long. Really? That's it? Are you kidding me? 305 had 10 seconds of this crap? Oh, wow. Get alive. But anyway, after this is over, I am done with that hard drive. I mean, we're going to write some bad ones, some good ones, but we'll see what happens. And then we got a lot of things to recover, and all that's just going to take me some cake. But that's just the whole
you
point.
went video. That's kind of like you went, Luke.
Yeah.
Just like mine went. Just like mine went with the False of the Penguins.
Yeah. And then in 2018 of July, I finally found some videos exist from LJP CBM. And that was, of course, some of the Vimeo videos exist. So I have to upload those on Vimeo, which is good news. But the bad part is I found some uploads that one of them actually got me a copyright strike on October 2018.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
And the good news is that the copyright strike is gone.
good. I like that. They better take it off. Yeah, I like to see that. Yeah,
It's
that's
successful, you know.
glad it's off.
So it was successful overall. The fault was Wonder Brothers' fault. It was not mine.
It's
It
always
was owned by
Brothers' fault.
I made the video just because of it, the tribute of Miss Janice, who passed away earlier this year, you know, and I want to make this tribute to Miss Janice so unique and true, and that copyright strike got me from LGBM TV, and for that copyright strike, screw you.
Yeah.
And I also second thing, back in November 2018, I just think I lost patience. You know, I lost some videos. I don't know where they were, and now December 2018, I did not find any videos anywhere from some of my hard drives to now my videos that I could be able to do anywhere. So there you go on that. So it was a long story behind my LGBT content, and now to this. So there you go. And now back to Branden the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there you guys go. A little bit of a rant, and Luke needs to take a breather for 5 minutes. Yeah. 5 minute penalty into the hockey game. Wait, what am I talking about? Is this hockey or NFL? But anyway, yeah, 5 minute penalty to number 69. He talked too much and he urinated on himself on the ice. He needs to sit in the bench for 5 minutes. So that's 5 minutes for peeing on the ice. So that's 5 minutes for misconduct.
Peeing on the ice.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
And power play goes to the Mighty Ducks.
Holy jelly donuts. Yes.
Yep.
Power play goes to the Mighty Ducks indeed.
Yeah.
I remember that.
There you go, Lou. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
from viewers like you. Thank you.
Yep, indeed.
It's like you, indeed.
Oh man, I gotta get
Well,
some drink after this is over.
I know, just to cover the, wet your throat a little bit because it's all dry in the center. But,
I was coughing too much.
So much, I can't even drink. Cannot drink yet. I can drink at 5:30 though.
But anyway, Lucas is in a movie theater right now as we speak. He is checking out the new movie that came out today called Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, yes.
Which I've heard a lot of great things about Bumblebee. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually, if it's either a Transformers movie or it's kind of like Transformers in a way, but everybody likes this film.
Yes.
So that's good to see. But yeah, so I want to go ahead and talk about Penguins a bit. Since Luke had that rant about Vimeo and hard drives and all that other thing. Penguins is the 8th theatrical release for Disney Nature, the first new Disney-branded film label from the Walt Disney Studios in more than 60 years. The label was launched in 2008 of April to bring the world's top nature filmmakers to capture a variety of wildlife subjects and stories. Disney Nature's 7 first releases include Earth, Oceans, African Cats, Chimpanzees, Bears, Monkey Kingdom, and Born in China. All 7 of the 8 highest grossing feature-length movies to date, with Chimpanzee garnering a record-breaking opening weekend for the genre. And I hope penguins would do the same thing too, because I freaking love penguins. Like I said, right now.
My God! AJ hits 52 week roll of Tim Cook.
Yeah,
Gotta be joking me.
I know.
Wow.
That is a wow.
So anyway, so yeah, so so what does it say here? So Penguins is a coming of age story about penguin named Steve who joins millions of fellow males in the icy Antarctic spring on a quest to build a suitable nest to find a life partner and start a family. None of it comes easily for him, especially considering he's targeted by everything from killer whales to leopard seals who unapologetically threaten his happily ever after. From the filmmaking team behind Bears and Chimpanzee, Penguins opens in theaters in time for Earth Day 2019. This movie is getting me excited right now. Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm signed up for this. So this is gonna be like Happy Feet two and a half, if you want to call it that. And as you guys know, penguins are my favorite, and I can't wait to see what the story is going to be about this one. I just hope I hope that that main penguin, Steve, doesn't get, doesn't, get eaten to death by a killer whale.
Yeah.
Because killer whales, they're not fun little ocean animals. They're not a fun creature to mess with because they can, especially what happened at SeaWorld where that one trainer died of because of the killer whale. And speaking of killer whales, I missed that one killer whale from Free Willy. I think it's called Kiko.
Oh yeah.
Because he passed away in 2003, I think, or 2001. But he was the killer whale in the Warner Brothers movie called Free Willy, which which the soundtrack's probably the best known. And that movie has one of the songs by Michael Jackson that's on the Dangerous album and on the Essential Michael Jackson. And it was a theme to Free Willy, and they actually did a music video of it on the VHS copy of it. I don't know if it's on DVD or whatnot of that song. The song's called "Will You Be There" by Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And the only Michael Jackson song that I like is one of my all time favorites is definitely "Smooth Criminal."
Yes.
One of my favorite songs by Michael Jackson.
Definitely.
I used to like "Man in the Mirror." I used to like that one.
Oh man.
I'm
full with this thing.
But my favorite is definitely "Smooth Criminal." Not the one by Alien Ant Farm. I don't like the one by Alien Ant Farm. I like the Michael Jackson one a heck of a lot more. And that's just me.
Awesome.
But yeah, so yeah, Luke, you talked about it too. Yeah, Apple hits a new low, and if they keep it up, Luke, then Apple is gonna be losing big, and and somebody's gonna be taking that apple and they're gonna bite it. And that's not gonna be good for Apple. So I'm telling you, Luke, this is scary.
Is this friggin' scary?
Yes, indeed. It really is scary. So, like I said, guys, I am so freaking excited for Disney Nature Penguins. This is probably gonna be my hype movie of 2019, beyond all the movies that I talked about on Vlog Weekly, like Rocket Man, which is an Elton John biography movie. Now I can add Penguins to the list. I'm so excited for Disney Nature Penguins. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to see Disney Nature Penguins. I love penguins so much.
Yeah,
and thank you, Disney, for finally adding that to the Disney Nature lineup. because I've been wanting this ever since. Thank you, Disney. I cannot wait to see the new movie Penguins. It's gonna be freaking-tastic. I cannot wait to see it.
Yep, freaking-tastic. Yeah, I agree, big time.
Yep. So that's Penguins for you in a nutshell. My next topic I want to go over is where is it? Oh yeah, and this film has a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really good. And that's the 1982 fantasy family movie by Jim Henson. This is one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite movie, and it's called The Dark Crystal, 1982. Probably my favorite movie. And it has the main characters Jen and Kira. And I really do like The Dark Crystal. It's a great movie. I really enjoy The Dark Crystal. And I cannot wait to see the new Dark Crystal TV show coming to Netflix. Now, my question is, when is this going to be released on Netflix? That's a big question mark that I have in my brain. When is this coming out? And I don't know yet. I really don't. But I'm hoping in 2019 we're gonna see the new Dark Crystal show. Anyway, from CBS News, Netflix is revealing the first look of the Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance, a prequel series to the 1982 Dark Crystal film, which I absolutely love. The streaming service put out several photos and also announced the cast for the series. And they misspelled it. They put SERES, but series, which includes Alicia Vikander, Taron Egerton, who is going to be playing Sir Elton John in Rocket Man. So it's nice to have Taron to be on it, because he's the guy that was in Sane, and he performed the song "I'm Still Standing" from Too Low for Zero. So he's going to be on there as well. Helena, whatever. So Eraton and Taylor Joy, The Witch, Nathalie Emmanuel, Game of Thrones will be the lead roles cast of Wine, Bray, and Deet. Three heroes. Last year, Netflix announced it was partnering with the Jim Henson Company. See, I like Jim Henson Company.
Yeah.
Because the one Jim Henson show that I haven't seen yet on Netflix, I haven't watched it yet, is a preschool show called Word Party, and it looks really cool. I love Jim Henson Company. Splash and Bubbles. Yes, Luke, you're gonna hate me on this. Sid the Science Kid, and I like the movie too. Which you guys can check out on the Jeff Critic. I was gonna say the Film Critic, but that was my idea until I decided, you know what? Screw the Film Critic. I'm not gonna do that anymore. But yeah, Splash and Bubbles. Really love that show. And Doozers, like I talked about. The other show I want to see on that I want to watch is a show called Fraggle Rock. That's the show I want to see. I have not seen Fraggle Rock. But I like the
Fraggle. Love Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock was cool in the 80s. Yes.
Yeah, and that's on HBO now. So.
Yes.
But other than that, I am freaking excited for this new Dark Crystal show coming to Netflix. I'm hoping 2019. I don't know when they're gonna do it, but I cannot wait to see it. Now, wait, did I hear this correctly? Eddie Izzard's gonna be in this one too.
And then
Eddie Izzard, the comedian, he's gonna be in this one too. Eddie Izzard. Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Just wow.
So yeah, I cannot wait to see the Dark Crystal. What is it called? Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. I cannot wait to see this. This is gonna be really cool. Cannot wait to see it. So what do you think, Luke? Do you think this is gonna be a hit, or you think it's gonna be not a hit for Netflix?
It's awesome. It's gonna be a hit for Netflix, big time.
I agree too, because if it's not a hit, then I think Jim Henson would be so bummed, because The Dark Crystal was an excellent movie, and I really liked the movie a lot, and I hope it does well, because I think Netflix did really good this year with cartoons and a lot of cool stuff they added on Netflix originals. I think one of my favorite Netflix originals this year, movie wise, would be a movie called Next Gen. It's kind of like Big Hero 6, and it works perfectly. This is probably my favorite. This is definitely going to be in my best of 2018 in the movie category, alongside with Christopher Robin, because that movie deserves to be the best of 2018, not the worst of 2018.
Agree.
And because that movie has a lot of heart, and it has that Disney magic, and it does not lose any of the Disney magic whatsoever.
Big time, yep.
Yeah.
Because for them to say it's the worst movie of 2018, you need to tell me, why is this movie the worst movie? You need to sit down and tell me, look in my eyes, and see why I have to disagree with you, and why you have to tell me that this is the worst of 2018 for the movie. I will put Teen Titans Go on now, but again, I'll have a review of it when I get around to watching it, because I don't have an opinion yet on it. But I can tell you guys, it is not a good movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
No,
not a good movie.
Just no.
Speaking of which, Luke, now that you, in fact, where the heck is my? Oh, okay. Speaking of water, I need some water too, so I can wet my window a bit. Because I'm gonna have to end this. I'm gonna have to end the stream in about 40 minutes, because I gotta do my presentation, so I gotta get that done tonight, because I'm gonna be busy for tonight's an hour and 30-minute Cartoon Madness block on Wheel 1.
Yeah.
No.
So, and then I'll just sit back and try not to fall asleep, and I'll watch some streamers on Twitch, see what games they're gonna be playing tonight. All that good stuff.
Oh,
and you know, guys, when I was listening to a interview, it was on lawn.tv, it was Lawn TV or whatever. I was listening to an interview with former Sega CEO Tom Kalinske.
Right here on Toon Disney.
Exactly, Toon freaking Disney. It's streamed, coming soon. But in all seriousness, but yeah, he did an interview with former Sega CEO Tom Kalinske, and talked about everything that Sega was back in the 90s, you know, and had the famous, Genesis does what Nintendo don't, kind of thing. And what really happened to Sega in the 90s, and we're going to talk about this too on my show and Chris's show, because we're both together going to make a podcast show that we're going to be doing together. We're going to talk about that too, about what happened to Sega. Why did Sega Japan did not care what Sega of America wanted? Because Sega Japan was like, dudes, you need to leave us alone and let us handle the hardware, and you handle the games and the software in Americas. Even though they had great ideas from the start, they had some major flops. Like, why on earth would you want to have a Sega CD add-on on the Sega Genesis? I mean, it was a cool idea, because there was one great game on the Sega CD, and that game is called Sonic CD, one of the best Sonic games ever made on Sega CD. But other than that, why have a Sega CD on the Sega Genesis? You know, that did not make a lot of sense.
They're not at
You
all.
know, I mean, it was cool that the Sega CD would able to let you play audio CDs. So on top of Sega CD games, you can listen to audio CDs or CD-Rs. Yeah, that's what I liked about, and that's one of my favorite things about the Sega Saturn. I do not like the Sega Saturn, but the thing I liked about the Saturn was the CD player functionality. I think it was cool. But again, we're going to talk about that on our very own show that me and Chris are going to be doing together. We're going to talk about everything because video games is kind of our childhood. And we want to go through and talk about what happened to Sega, what happened to all of that. You know, talk about Atari stuff. Talk about, you know, what happened to Atari and why Nolan Bushnell got fed up and, like, he left Atari. And then this guy, Wade Kazal, came in and screwed everything up from the beginning. And he was the guy responsible for bringing E.T. and to cause the video game crash of 1983. So it was Wade Kazal who, you know, he was the CEO of Atari. And like I said, I like Atari. You know, Atari has some great history in the past. And that's something that me and Chris are going to talk about, too, on the podcast.
Yes, definitely.
Tuesday.
You know, because, again, there's a lot of great moments and some bad moments of the video game history. Like, when I talk about Sega, you know, I talk about on Angry Meets Plum.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, what the heck happened to Sega? Because Sega of America and Sega Japan did not get along. And you know what with Sega in the end? Japanese people at Sega didn't give a crap about Sega of America. And that's what happened to Sega.
Tuesday, yeah.
And I'm telling you, Luke, I know you can agree with me on this too, but what are you doing, Luke?
I just want to bring in the drums to be silly.
Eddie, you're telling Luke's playing with my brain. He's playing too many drums, and I can't concentrate on this show. That's a 88 yard penalty. Third down.
Your brain is my rhythm. I don't know.
I know. But you know, Luke, I mean, that's what happened to Sega. That's what happened to Sega of America because Sega Japan, they just didn't care. And what happened after they announced the Sega Dreamcast? They had to let go Bernard Stoller, who ran Sega of America. For some stupid reason, and this was on G4 Icons, that Sega of Japan president, I don't know who was the president at the time, but he had to let that guy, Bernard Stoller, who worked for Sony Computer Entertainment, he was fired from Sega. Why did he get fired from Sega? Because the Dreamcast should have been a huge success, and it was until the PlayStation 2 came out in 2000. And in 2001, the Dreamcast went bye-bye, never seen again.
Oh,
God. Sega Japan made horrible mistakes from the very beginning. And Tom Kalinske did not like every one bit of it. And that's what happened to Sega.
Oh, man.
That's why Sega Genesis did so well until they added a bunch of crap, like the Sega CD, the 32X, and this thing was on life support. How could you mess up a Sega Genesis console and add a bunch of crap like the CD and the 32X? The 32X flopped.
Yeah.
Oh, God, help me.
I mean, what was the point of having a 32-bit add-on for the Sega Genesis? You know, why did the 32X existed? That's what I want to know. But it was a Sega Japan. They're like, well, like I said, you guys in America, we have full control of the hardware business, and if you don't like it, tough titty.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, God, help me.
Dude, are you serious? Because the Sega Genesis is doing so well, and you're putting this thing on life support. That's what Angry Video Game Nerd says. It's like this thing's on life support.
Agreed, big time.
And the Sega Genesis was discontinued in 1995.
Yeah, I was bored.
just like I believe it's 95, just like the NES. The NES
Let
was
me check. Speaking of 95, let me see.
the NES was discontinued in 95.
Right
Let me
on.
check. Sega Genesis.
1985
Search.
to 1995.
Sega Mega Drive, also known as Sega Genesis.
Yep, Mega Drive.
Discontinued in. Oh, I think you're wrong. It was 99 in North America.
Oh, 99?
Well,
Oh, 99.
Yeah. And 97 in worldwide, man.
Okay, so well, yeah, and then they made a Sega Genesis 3 by Majesco.
Yeah.
I remember that because Majesco, they got permission by Sega to re-release the Sega Genesis and the Sega Game Gear. And like I said, the only model that I had of the Sega Genesis was a Model 2. I never had Model 1 or Model 3.
Yeah, overall 88 for the present.
But
NA ongoing at games. Europe
at
ongoing
games.
at games.
Screw you at games. You don't care about the customers. You need to go out of business and stop selling the Sega Genesis thing because people are complaining about your products.
But then they came out with the Sega in 98 from 97. That's how much they discontinued. In North America, came out in 89 in North America.
Yep, 1989. Yep, the year I was born. Yeah, and you know what? Next year is going to be the 30th anniversary of one of the greatest video game consoles ever in North America, the Sega freaking Genesis.
Yeah, but in Japan, it came out in 1988 of October 29th.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, October 88 in Japan and 89 in North America. You know, I didn't know the Sega Genesis came out in 89 because I thought, you know, well, for me growing up as a child, I'm like, wait, is this from 90, 91? And then I realized, the Sega Genesis, the 16-bit console came out in the late 80s. I'm like, wow, this is freaking incredible. I'm like, hey guys, we got a Sega Genesis before Super Nintendo. Ha ha ha, Nintendo, there you go.
Dude, shut up!
I mean, like I said, I like Super Nintendo and I like the Sega Genesis. So which one do I prefer? I prefer both because they both had great games. And what happened to Sega in 1993-94 when they released the Sega CD? Nintendo creamed Sega because they had a huge video game in 1994, and that too is turning 30. And that's what brought us the best game on the Super Nintendo, simply called Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, and speaking of that controversy between Nintendo and Sega, Nintendo Super NES came out in 1991 in North America, August 23rd. Then in Japan, on November 21st, 1990. Then it got discontinued all the way through 1999.
Oh, 99.
North America, all of it in Europe in 1998, and all of it in 2003.
Wow.
Yes.
Yep. And it was known as a Super Famicom in Japan.
Yeah, but then we got one other problem. Then there's another system called N64 at the time.
Probably one of the greatest Nintendo systems ever.
It came out.
It's on everybody's list.
It came out days before I turned 1 in Japan. Mm-hmm. Then North America, September 26th, 96.
Yeah.
Official.
I think they announced that on E3 96.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, N64 is one of the greatest systems. Even if they don't like the controller, it's one of the greatest systems. Everybody likes it.
And then they came out in the official September 29th, 96.
Yeah,
with the country BRA. I never heard that one before.
Brazil, I think.
Yeah, okay. Then on March 1st to 1997, they brought it to the Europes and the Australians.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the worldwide, discontinued it April 30th of 2002.
2002. So that was 6 years. 5.5, 6 years.
I was just nearly close to be 7 when this discontinued.
Well, that's because Nintendo was already prepping for the Nintendo GameCube, and I gotta say the GameCube is an awesome system. I wish I had a GameCube because I'm missing out on some of the best GameCube games like Super Smash Bros. Melee, Animal Crossing, which is a really good game on the GameCube. Star Fox Adventure, because everybody likes Star Fox. I think that's a good game.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, you gotta not forget Mario Kart, because otherwise they would spank you hiney if you don't mention Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So the only Star Fox games they made for the GameCube were Star Fox Adventure that had one of the hottest video game female characters of all, and I have a crush on her again. Name is Crystal. She was in the video game Star Fox Adventures, aka Dinosaur Planet. She was a character in Dinosaur Planet before Whale, the company that was bought out by Microsoft, who made those awesome games on the NES and Super Nintendo. They renamed it to Nintendo. I think it was their idea to rename it to Star Fox Adventure.
At the time, it first came out in 2001 on September 14th in Japan, and November 18th, 2001 in North America. May of 2002 in Europe and Australia.
I like the GameCube.
But got discontinued 2007.
Definitely.
So that's 5.5 to 6. Yeah,
And
I like the GameCube.
Same here with me, and it was also known as, get this, Nintendo Dolphin.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and that's what inspired to be the Dolphin emulator. Yep, it was codename Dolphin. That's actually a good name for a system.
Yes.
And that's how it first came out at the time.
And I wonder what the PS5 is going to be. The nickname, I think what there needs to be for a code name, the PS5 should be codenamed Penguins. I mean,
it has to be
Penguins.
I don't know about this, Brandon.
But who knows? It's up to Sony on that.
It's up to Sony to decide. Yeah. Now, PS4 currently came out in the year I graduated from high school. It came out in PAL and North America in 2013.
Yeah, PAL is Europe.
Yeah, then Japan in 2014.
Yeah, and I actually did an unboxing video of that on Facebook with you as a special guest because
I did, however.
Yeah,
and I did. However, got this for Christmas of last year.
Yeah, and the PS4 is awesome. It's an awesome game system.
I officially want to do a PS4 Ooze Days. I officially want to come back with PS4 Ooze Days sometime and tape in sometime next week, however, which is exciting.
But yeah, I mean, it's better than PS3.
Better than PS3 because in fact I have a PS3 still in my house,
Definitely.
Although I will say the thing I liked about the PS3 is having its media player built in, like viewing your photos, watching videos. I think that was like the coolest thing on the PS3. So if you don't use it as a game machine, but it's still the best Blu-ray player that you can get.
Yeah, and the thing is,
games suck.
Yeah, the game suck. Yeah, the thing is that and the PS2. Yeah, you talk about this in any way. This came out in 2000.
Love PS2. PS2 is one of the greatest game consoles ever made. It had great games. Oh my god, yeah, PS2 for the win. I love the PS2.
It got discontinued.
12 years.
12, 13 years, yeah.
12, 13 years, yeah. And it lasted a very long time, and in fact, I think the PS2 was kind of like the Atari 2600 when that thing lasted a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, this is how...
They were both great systems, the 2600 and the PS2.
I mean, looky here. PlayStation came out in 94 in Japan, 95 when I was born in September in the North Americans, Europe, and same thing in Australia in 95. Then PS1 came out in 2000.
Yeah.
But last in 2006.
I think March 2000 was Japan, and I want to say October or September 2000 in North America.
Yeah, July 2000 in Japan.
I thought it was March.
No, it's not March. Let me screen share you that now, so it's a bit easier.
Yeah, go ahead.
But that's not bad, Plum. No, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, you need to be on Jeopardy because you're not. Yeah, are you smarter than a Jeopardy player? Oh, it's like it's like, dude, what if there was a game show called "Are You Smarter Than a Jeopardy Player?" See if you can beat Ken Jennings. Because Ken Jennings is the Mike Tyson of game shows.
Yeah, still. And I was like,
until he got defeated by a female. Pow! She kissed him.
Wow.
She kissed him in the rear end, maybe.
Yep, 74-0, one of the greatest Jeopardy champions ever.
Yeah, 74 champions. Wow. But yeah, still. Anyway, there's a lot of PS stations right here. That's owned by Sony, man. I want to do PS4 Tuesdays again next week for you guys, but it will be at least New Year's Day of next year. So there you go.
Uh-huh.
And that's, of course, good news. I am bringing back Zapman 18 videos. Like, not his videos, the shows that he created on my Vimeo account.
Yeah, and it starts with the original PlayStation, which I love so much.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to say the Saturn, but nope, the PlayStation blew me away because of the games it has. The games what made me a PlayStation fan.
I agree.
Is the legendary games it had.
But now they came out with PlayStation Classic,
which I do not recommend. The PlayStation Classic, stay away. It's not that good.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the games that us gamers want. Because I complain too. Like, where's Spyro the Dragon? Where's Ape Escape? Where's Tomba? Tomba 2.
Twisted Metal. My!
Twisted Metal is an awesome game. Yeah, but where's Twisted Metal 4 or Twisted Metal 2? 2 and 4 are like my favorites. I like 2 and I like 4. I'm a huge Twisted Metal fan.
1999 of October 31st.
Yep, I love Twisted Metal.
It's by 989 Studios.
989 Studios. I remember that. Yeah, that was owned by Sony at the time. Yeah. 989 Studios. I remember that. Yep. And what was neat about Twisted Metal 4 especially is if you pop it into a CD player, you can listen to the game's soundtrack.
Wow.
And that was one of my favorite things about the PlayStation. It had songs from Rob Zombie. It had songs from...
I'll go back.
Yeah, it was an amazing thing about, can you pop in a PlayStation CD player on your audio CD player? And yeah, it turns out you can. Certain games, though, have soundtrack available. Because if you put it in on a CD player, then you just get 74 minutes of blank.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Yes.
But yeah, PlayStation Classic. I'm sorry, Sony. I love the PlayStation, but thumbs down on the PlayStation Classic. I do not recommend.
I know.
And it's sad, too, because again, where's Ape Escape? Where's Spyro the Dragon? Where's Tomba 2? Where's Frogger?
And where's Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy for the PS1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially for this game system that we're going to be discontinued as of now.
Well, I think the reason why they couldn't add Ape Escape to the Classic because it required a DualShock, and the controllers you get with the PlayStation Classic doesn't have analog stick. So
But again, Ape Escape, they need to bring back that game because I love Ape Escape on the original PlayStation. That's what kept me a PlayStation fan.
Man.
Because PlayStation had kick butt games, from the release date to when it got discontinued. Like Ridge Racer, Twisted Metal, like Lou talked about, Cool Borders, and some great RPGs like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, Chrono Cross, which is actually a pseudo sequel to one of my favorite RPGs. Probably has one of the best soundtracks in any video game. That's called Chrono Trigger, which I played music on yesterday for my stream. I love Chrono Trigger. I think it has one of the best soundtracks, period, on the Super Nintendo. And that was on PlayStation, by the way. Fargo, Ape Escape, Croc, Wayman, and so many of these great games on PlayStation. And that's what got me into PlayStation. That's why I was sucked into a PlayStation. That's why I was a PlayStation fanboy.
PlayStation fanboy.
I freaking love the original PlayStation. Again, it had an amazing lineup of games, just like the Game Boy. That's why Game Boy dominated the '90s, because it had an incredible selection of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like Konami, they made great games too for the Game Boy, like TMNT, Fall of the Foot Clan, which is one of my favorites. Quoth for the Game Boy. Then they made games like Operation C, which is a Contra game. Nemesis, which is kind of like Gradius.
Yes, definitely.
And then they made 3 Castlevania games. Castlevania Adventure, Belmont's Revenge, and Castlevania Legends. So you see, Game Boy had great games, and so did the Sony PlayStation as well.
Yeah.
Especially because... Go ahead.
Well, because I was going to say, Nintendo backstabbed Sony when Nintendo switched to Philips to making the CD.
And the phone's ringing.
And I don't know if you remember that, Chris, but Nintendo backstabbed Sony.
Yes, they did.
On the when they were going to make the PlayStation.
Yes, I remember that.
And then
Nintendo.
You excuse me. But anyway, yeah, when Nintendo backstabbed Sony and they went with Philips instead to make the CDI.
Right.
And look what happened to the CDI. It was a big pile of VHS crap. It was a failure, yeah. It had one of the worst games ever made. Zelda 1 of Gamelon, which is actually a decent game, but it's not really that good of a game. But it does have good music. I do like the music in it. Link, The Faces of Evil, and probably the worst game ever, Zelda's Adventure. That game is awful.
That game is freaking awful.
That's what happened to the CDI. The CDI was a flop for Philips, because Philips made the CDI.
Yeah. And
the CDI... Oh, Luke, did you know that there was a game of Jeopardy for the CDI?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not realize that. Wheel of Fortune as well?
I don't know about Wheel of Fortune, but I know Jeopardy was on the CDI.
Let me see that.
But like I said, what happened to the CDI? It failed. Because the games were not that great. It was big and bulky like a VHS. It was like a freaking laser disc. I mean, who many of you guys out there remember a laser disc?
Not me.
I certainly don't remember the laser disc.
But I do watch them on YouTube.
Yes.
And that's about it. But,
the CDI was a disaster in the story. So Nintendo, shame on you.
I not see Philips CDI Wheel of Fortune anywhere.
So I guess they only made Jeopardy for the CDI because
let me see. Oh, that's two of the free app stores, and they have one game by Game Grumps saying the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Berenstain Bears on their own, and you're on your own. The PS Philips and the PS. Let me see that.
Yeah, and there was a Wheel of Fortune on DOS, which I used to have on DOS back on the old school Windows. I was playing DOS games. I used to have that in Family Feud on DOS.
It was on arcade in 1988.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I used to have the Game Boy version of Wheel of Fortune. I don't have that anymore, sadly. I used to have that.
Let me see. Mattel in 1988. I did not realize there was a VHS copy of that.
I know there was one by Tiger, which I had 2 of them.
I have as well. Race of Town? 1992? Really?
And I'm going to get that back, too. I'm going to get the 95 electronic
Oh
game.
my god! Sega CDs, also known as Sony
Image Soft, yeah.
Oh,
well, yeah,
okay.
Luke, obviously there was a Wheel of Fortune for the Sega CD.
Funhouse,
Because that's what you're going to say, that's correct.
I haven't solved the puzzle yet. Okay. There's one Funhouse in 1995. Okay. A non-video recension game. This version involves lighting up A, K, and O, and jackpot wedges by letting a certain wedge of a 12 wedge wheel. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
And the one I finally remember, Luke, the Tiger Electronics version, which I love so
95 and 2002. Yeah. I've seen this before, but not
I gotta say,
junior
Tiger,
ones, you said.
I gotta say, Tiger Electronics, they did an amazing job.
Oh, this one you have seen!
They did an amazing job with that.
You have did this on YouTube before.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune Jr., yeah, which I bought at a pharmacy store, yep.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune Jr.
You have so many viewers with that. I'm like, oh my god! Now you realize that, but...
Yep, 10 to 15,000 plus views, yep. That was my most watched video on YouTube when I joined YouTube back in the day.
2010, yeah, I did not seen Junior until you watched. I seen yours. But I did have this on my like, I don't know how old am I, 12th birthday at the time. But then I first met you, I seen your Wheel of Fortune thing before you and I did Skype talks. Then we got,
and I was so glad that I got Wheel of Fortune Jr. I think that was like the best thing ever.
Yeah, and then we have Hasbro Interactive 98 to 2001. Those are cool enough before they decided to move on to ISC in 2005.
Oh,
Atari.
Yeah, Hasbro, yeah, that used to have been Atari, yeah, and then they were back to Infogrames.
Infogrames, yeah, in 2000
which they made the PS2 version of.
I do have a. Oh, and speaking of which, I'll show you that in a moment. But Jack Pacific.
Yeah, that Alex Paris does on his Facebook Live with Joey.
Oh man, I got the game when I was only 10 years old. You know.
Yeah, Infogrames and Atari. Yep.
So on entertainment, yes, I already seen that, but I did not purchase it at all. Sadly.
Well, they don't make that anymore.
Yeah, I know. 2005.
Hey, you got on a Nintendo Switch, so you're happy about that.
I got a PS4, PS3, PS2, PS1, anything, you know?
And let's not forget, it was on PS3 as well.
Oh, I already have PS3. Wii U, what else?
Yep, that was by THQ.
Yeah, Iron, Wells Trails, yeah. Speaking of, Facebook, which, by the way, yeah.
I don't know if they have that anymore, that game on Facebook.
THQ, Normex Games,
THQ.
Yeah.
I love saying that.
iOS and Android, really? Yeah, I still have it, by the way.
I have that on my Fire tablet.
And they got rid of it, yo. Ubisoft 2017, cancel version.
They have the PS4 one and Switch versions. Yeah, Ubisoft. But I don't like the Ubisoft one because it doesn't have the "Oh man, I'm sorry" or "That's not quite what I had in mind." I like that from the THQ one.
I love the Ubisoft and the THQ one, but not the "Oh man, I'm sorry" and all that stuff. But and then this whole not the single one, the board part. But
my favorite was "That's not quite what I had in mind" when I hit the loser tone.
The same as the season 34, which, by the way, those are my least favorite seasons, of all of these Wheel of Fortune episodes. Those are my least favorite episodes of Wheel of Fortune because of Kyle Hershon, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, and we won't talk about that on the show.
The great game company in 1983 was canceled, sadly. Phillips. Oh, really?
Yeah.
We had planned for CDIs alongside Prices Right, Jeopardy, Name at 2, Joker's Wild, the Joker's Wild Jr., which I haven't seen, and Lingo. All of these except for Wheel and Prices Right. Although Lingo was exclusive to European tourists. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, and let's not forget Game Tech.
Yeah. Yeah, which I need to talk about in a moment. Charlie handled the announcing duties on Jeopardy, hosted by Alex Trebek, and both Joker games, hosted by Wink Martindale and Mark Summers, respectively, based on the unsold Peter Allen pilot. Both hosted by Bob Goy.
Yes, indeed, definitely.
Bob Goin, yeah.
Yes.
I like Bob Goin.
Adoptions were planned to be for Sega Saturn, which is already, thank God.
Yeah, Sega Saturn was abysmal for Sega. Sega screwed up after the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, it placed it at Panasonic 3.0.
Yeah, that too was a big failure thanks to Trip Hawkins, the former EA guy.
PlayStation and Panasonic, I don't know. Panasonic, I have the TV from Mandibox. Why are you going to screw up our TVs and consoles,
Yeah.
To be released on October 1st, 95, but it ended up being pushed back. It was announced to be coming soon by Charlie at the end of the release of a December 18th episode, but no traces of either version to be exist. A comment on the Game and Beat blog, Joystick calling to have done quality service Wheel, Jeopardy, and Family Feud, Last of Us, which was released for Frio in 1994. Wow!
I know.
Based on the time frame, they have likely been only iterations to be used 95-97 puzzle board and may have used double play as well. The time frame is also suggests the game text doing resources well, resorting their cancellation. Although there wasn't not the first one the company to scrap like a title, NES version of Talking Super Password. And
they were gonna do Super Password on the NES, but Game Tech never released it, never done it.
And Price is Right, which
that becomes a mystery.
And were planned to be released here in 1989, and it was canceled.
Because all we had on the NES was Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Hollywood Squares, Classic Concentration, and Family Feud.
God. Majority Show, late 90s, early 2000s. According to IGN. Majority Show is said to have made the plans for a game for Nintendo's Game Boy Color. If that was true, the plans were scrapped before this development began.
Yeah, and Game Boy was on, and Wheel of Fortune was on Game Boy.
Yep, still.
Which I used to have.
Yeah, I never have Wheel of Fortune with the Game Boy, sadly. However, there is a Tiger Electronics version of 2004. I don't have that anymore.
No, I wanna get that one, but I wanna get the one from '95 because that's my nostalgia moment.
I got the '95 version. In my house.
Yep, me too. Yep, I had two of them. One, buttons wheel out, and two, the screen is.
This is a newer version of the 1995 version, by the way.
The second one is just impossible for me to even see because the screen's not that good on it.
Yeah. Still,
but I will get it on Amazon next year.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard work with Tiger Electronics. I can't read the rest for Tiger Electronics. It's 5:57 right now, but there you go.
You know, Luke, did you know they made Wheel of Fortune for Gamecom?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was another failure for Tiger because they were trying to beat Nintendo with a Game Boy and didn't do so well. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune was on Gamecom and so was Jeopardy.
Holy crap!
I know, and I didn't know. Well, I did know because I saw that in the advertisement at a Finger Hut ad. They were showing an advertisement of the Gamecom by Tiger Electronics, and it didn't do well. It sucked.
It did friggin' suck, man.
And that stinks.
Stinks, man.
I knew Tiger wasn't going to beat the Game Boy. And just like what Tiger did with Nintendo when they released the Virtua Boy in '95, that was a complete disaster, especially for the man of the guy, or should I say, the Mr. Game Boy himself, Gunpei Yokoi, and he died in a car accident in '97 in October of an accident in the highway, or freeway rather. And then Tiger did the same thing, like, okay, well, we're gonna come up with a hot new product called the All Zone. Guess what? It failed too.
Yeah, still.
Because it caused people to get headaches. And like, are you going to sit down and play Red and Black for like 5 to 10 minutes and then you're going to have headaches and then you're going to have migraine, you're going to take some Tylenol? It's like, honey, I need some Tylenol. I'm going to be playing All Zone. Like, okay, well, after the 5-10 minutes, you need to take Tylenol and Advil so you don't get a migraine and you be hurting yourself all day and you be crying like a little baby.
28 years ago today, Kindergarten Cup premiering fears.
And looks like she's off again. So, see, Luke, I like to do the joke things on that too.
Me too.
Oh my!
Yeah,
Luke. Yeah.
But anyway, Luke. Yeah. So, unfortunately, guys, I think we're gonna end this stream because it is 6 o'clock. So, because I only have 2 hours left until I gotta be at Will 1 tonight for the Cartoon Madness block. So, unfortunately, guys, we're gonna have to end it here on the Random Talk podcast. But I had lots of fun tonight. You know, BSing and all that other great stuff. So I had lots of fun, and especially that joke to Will. Like, hey, Plum, can you please shut up because Luke's trying to speak here, and if you don't shut up, you know, you're acting like Billy Moody. So please shut up. I think that was like my favorite moment of this stream was when I was saying, like, hey, can you please shut up because Luke's trying to talk here. I'm like, you're trying to be like Billy Moody, and you know how rude of you, you know. But it's all in good fun, guys. It's all in good fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, coming up tomorrow, you're gonna be seeing the three of us, the Three Stooges, or the Three Handsome Men. We are going to be doing an all-new Take Your Pick Live tomorrow, and Chris Wahaman is our one-day champion with $130,000. And can Chris hold on to his championship and become the 2-day? Or will me, or Andrew, or one of the other contestants to try to take down Chris's opportunity to become the 2-day champion? Tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. after We're One Radio for all new Take Your Pick Live.
Yeah.
And coming up tomorrow on Facebook Live is an all new Henry Remix Plum episode number 80. And I'm gonna have my very own Remix Dilemma, and I am gonna talk about my experiences going into a Pizza Inn for my birthday party. I'm gonna talk about that on my dilemma. And on episode 81, probably in the new year, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite years in my birthday when I got a very special game for the Game Boy that I wanted so much. And that'll be coming your way in an all-new Remix's Dilemma, only on Henry Remix Plum.
While you're at the subject about Henry Remix Plum, can I be a guest on Henry Remix Plum episode 80?
Well, I don't see why not, Luke.
Because I know there's no bowling on tomorrow.
Because episode 79 was a great episode that me and Chris did.
Yeah.
Yes.
We kind of kick butt and take the names. But yeah, Luke, I'll consider having you.
That's good.
So stay tuned, guys. Episode 80 with Luke Jeff, who's a special guest. For again, all new We Mit's Dilemma. I'm gonna talk about a story about Pizza Inn. So that's coming your way tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, guys, stay tuned. All new Hanging We Mit's Plum, only on FB Live. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do it on Random Talk Podcast for December 21st, 2018. I know this was a long show, but you know what? I had nothing else to do, so I'm like, you know what? Let's do this on YouTube, and let's do something for fun, get my viewership up, and get everything up the way it is. And so thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Big thanks to to the following. Thanks Andrew and Jay on the chat. And I want to say thanks to Chris for being on tonight's Random Talk podcast.
My pleasure.
And yeah, guys, you guys know where to follow me. I'm all over the place. Again, it's in the link in the description below. I'm on Tumblr, WeMitsPlum.tumblr.com. I'm on Site123. I'm on Wix. I'm on Facebook. You can find me on Twitch. 2 channels. Cell39, my Game On Live channel, which is the home of Game On Live. And We Mit's Plum Television is where everything happens, just like Branden Plumley Television. But it's coming your way with We Mit's Plum Television 2.0. So you can check me out, and I'm at Twitter at We Mit's Plum. So check me out on there. And again, guys, coming up tomorrow is going to be a busy day because we got an all new, not only Hanging with Mit's Plum, but an all new episode of Take Your Pit Live with me, Luke, and Chris. And let's see who's going to be winning. And we're going to play the bonus round just like we did on episode 112.
Yes.
Yeah, 112. Yes. So 112, I believe. So there you guys go. So anyway, guys, this is We Mit's Plum, and be kind to one another, everybody. And if you all excuse me, I have to do the Cartoon Madness block at 8 p.m. And if I'm late, I'm gonna be oh my god, someone's gonna be dunking me in my own swimming pool and wants me to go outside butt naked for 30 minutes in front of everybody.
Oh my!
Wow.
But yeah, so I will be at the Will One Studios tonight for Cartoon Madness block. Good day, gentlemen. Okay, Luke, over to you.
First thing is, you're welcome. Second thing is, well, folks, just a reminder. Be ready for the marathon December 25th, which is Tuesday. So excited for the launch day. So be on the lookout for that, guys. And of course, we're about to get ready for this launch day, and that is going to be big. So they go on that, and of course, I already told you about this on Twitch, but I have to explain it again. On Vimeo.
Yeah.
Excuse me, YouTube one more time, and there they are, as follows: Barney and Friends Vlogs, episodes 100 to 108. Jeff Craig, episodes 20 to 21.
Yes.
Cousin Me Pick Up Your Couch, episode season 3, and 3 episodes of season 5. Now, I was originally going to do 2, but Steven got me a 3rd one, so that's a big, huge pain for him. Choose the Cross special part 21 and 22. Now, I have done part 21, but not 22 as of yet. And Bruce Goes Jokes episode 5, Recess Jokes episode 2 to 4, Jeff Craig Movie Theater Edition episode 3, and finally LHBM Music Zone Knock on Heaven's Door by Guns N' Roses. Altogether, that's let's check my calculator here and find out what's the least amount of how many videos I got. I'm not gonna count it right now, just so I let you know. But in any cases, let me see how long that was. Let's see, 18 plus 2 plus No, it's gonna take me a while, guys, and then we'll sign off. Plus, 2. Hang on. Plus, 4 plus 2. That's gonna be 37, bro. It's gonna be 40 plus videos, like I said. But anyways, that wraps up me. It's Lou Jerry saying goodbye. Peace out, baby. Back to Branden Plumley whole time thing.
Right.
All right, thank you, Luke. And yeah, so we've been streaming this since 2:48 in the afternoon,
Cool.
and so we are at 3 hours of this fine show,
Yeah.
and so they just go.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, again, the links will be in the description. Plum's Reality Don Juan, Chris's Retro Media Vision,
Yes.
is on there too. So all the links will be in the description. And then again, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for episode 113, the new episode of Take It Live, and see who is whether whether Christopher Wahaman's going to be the 2-day champion, or will he get taken down by Sit's handsome son of a guns, and their quest to end up winning and try to take down Christopher Wahaman in a way that it's nobody's business. So. But there you goes. But there you guys go on that. So yeah, guys. So we're gonna wrap it up here. So for Luke Jeffers and Chris Kennedy and everybody who tuned in today. Again, thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Jay. Thanks to all my my peeps. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another for a exciting new live stream. That is Take It Live episode 113. But until again, guys. Now I gotta be focused on We're One tonight because tonight's gonna be a very busy night for me because I got 3 shows I gotta do. I'm not gonna tell you what they are, but because it's none of you guys' business. But anyway, anyway, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow for Take It Live. My name is Plum, and thank you guys for tuning in. And stay awesome, guys. And thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for Take It Live, episode 113. It's going to be a great episode, guys. Take care, and thank you for tuning in, and this will conclude tonight's stream of the Wyndham Talk podcast for December 21st, 2018. Peace out.
Bye.
Take care.